No.
Oh no, I can walk.
No, it's a 30-minute walk.
Yeah, we could do that. I'll do that.
When my grandpa was still alive, he's like Cuban, speaks purely Spanish from Miami, like the whole shit. And he
Yeah,
came over to Arizona, specifically like with us to, what was it? It wasn't Flagstaff. I think it was Sedona for like the first time. And we were
yeah.
driving up a mountain, and there ain't no fucking mountains in Miami. So this dude is literally hanging on to the back of my dad's seat and going, Suénalo, Fran, suénalo! Suénalo means slow down.
That's fire. What state did you guys move to?
To North Carolina.
I think that means that if we're gonna do an East Coast meetup, I am now the common denominator location between people coming down and you guys coming up.
Yeah, but like Yoon has like a whole ass basement dedicated to like tabletop shit.
Oh shit, no way.
Would it not just be
I
better
can
to like
I can actually just house all y'all at my
literally
place.
Wait.
Yeah,
you have a whole ass house?
Oh, D&D content house.
Holy fuck.
yeah.
Yoon, we're moving in. We're playing Curse of Strahd every night.
Yeah.
Every fucking. We'll be done with this campaign in like 3 weeks.
Yep. We'll just throw a D&D rager for a weekend at my place. Just all these
Nah,
fucking people
like-
all over the
You guys would be
fucking
done. You guys would
country.
be done. You guys would be done in 3 days, and you know why? Because you wouldn't have a whole week to think about what you did the last week.
That's true. We'd have to live with our decisions like the next day instead of a week later.
You'd be like, "Nah, we're okay. We're picking up steam," and then right into the
Right into the meat grinder.
I don't know. Yeah.
We would have to make like before we did that, we would have to pregame like 6 backups each, just to keep it pushing.
Boy, I can make 20. Don't.
Dude, I've had to make characters for this. I've had to make characters for another game called Mothership. I've had to make some Warcraft characters recently. My brain is fucking cooked on characters. I might need you to lend me some of your strength, Modal. I need you to just like whisper some characters into my ears, cause I'm empty.
My ideas, copyright protected.
Damn.
However, I can help you. If
Fuck.
you want, if you want the fucking like the chef's secret to creating characters very quickly,
Yeah.
the easiest inspiration is from yourself, and I know that's like the most fucking absolutely.
I just opened a fucking. You just opened
a
a fortune cookie to tell me that shit.
I got
But the
you.
Look,
fortune cookie
look
be
within
true,
yourself.
I got
Nah, I
you.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah.
This is how you do it.
Let's see.
You go to magic mtg.com and then you just hit random. And then you look for a humanoid.
Yeah.
And
Ah,
then,
there you
let's see. And then I just
Vampire
and then I'll just-
tutor.
And then I'll just look. And then I'll
Yep.
read the thing. I write upon clean white parchment with the sharp quill and the blood of my students, divining their secrets. And then I think about it. And if nothing reaches out to me, then I move on.
Yeah.
Hit that random.
That's kind of
again, And I go,
Santa?
wow.
Cloudgen's a fire card. You can't get that. And then I'll think. Then I'll ponder. That's a baddie right there, though.
I see.
That's a baddie right there. Sorry. There are so many of them. It seems they've just been waiting for someone to serve. Oh,
I wish
she's
I
so good. She's
I had my.
What is this? So he linked this website.
That's Liliana. It's mtgrandom.com.
MTG random. Let's see.
From the snowy slopes of Kalor to the canyons of Bandu, we drink and fight and feast and die as we were born to do. A Balduvian tavern song. And I'm
Wait, that's
something up.
wait. That's wait a minute. That's
Okay,
I
we have-
might pick something
Can
up.
we
Yeah.
make like two other plates on top of that? Thank you.
You know?
I can't believe we don't have. We haven't seen a
Sometimes art
dwarf.
can just inspire you, man. And this shit
Yeah.
fire. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
What the fuck ain't going on there? That's the man who looked at his wife the wrong way.
Yeah.
Anyways,
No, that's good comms. Between those two, I'm about to cook something new up. I'm a random characters until like Moto said, something pierces into the real me.
yeah. Glasses. I need my glasses.
Wow.
My brand.
Can I come into Owlbear or am I waiting?
You're waiting. I haven't even opened Owlbear. Slow day for me.
It's funny, but I was thinking the exact same thing. I was like, fuck, I want to be in there. I need to look at the same shit that hasn't changed. I need to.
I need to
Or
see
maybe
the
it
map.
has.
I need to see
Or
the
maybe
map.
it has.
We don't exist without the map.
That's true. That's true. I am but a concept right now.
Stop, bro. That's me. I hope I am nothing but a concept to you guys. Literally a quotable all day for me. Okay. Okay. We are recording.
Yep.
Let's get a what happened last time? Let's get a recap.
Okay. Last time, Rahadin had left the group shaken. An invitation loomed in the air: travel to Castle Ravenloft to meet with Lord Strahd. Our heroes had but a day to give Rahadin their answer. There was little time to ruminate on that, however, as Victor had pressing matters of his own to attend to. The party discussed the details of how to pull Victor's love out of the ethereal realm, and the process involving a series of steps required to ensure her safe return as well as the group's. Victor returned to his home to continue research, Calm and Tigran falling a distance behind to assist. They were able to glean helpful intel. The ritual must take place in Lady Walker's house, and the creature hunting Victor's beloved Stella is called a gallows speaker. Irene, Zayn, and Oksana went to the town square to speak with Ismark and Irina, hoping to follow up on a lead concerning the Night Hag, who allegedly possesses the ever-important Heartstone. Zayn spoke with an ill little lad who was petrified of a figure called the Bagman, a being who, while the others may have heard the name before, Zayn was unfamiliar with. The group also spoke with a dying refugee, poisoned by a wretched elderly woman who offered the villagers a generous supply of treats, to which they developed an insatiable desire for. The treats granted them sweet dreams, and we are currently unaware what these treats were laced with. All signs point to a windmill. The exact location is unknown to us at this point. Our session ended with the party parting ways. Zayn, with Oksana, heading off to retrieve Ismark's prosthetic arm, Calm and Tigran making their way back to Blue Water Inn, and Irene catching a drink with Ern. Ern told Irene that he hasn't seen Helena or Laris, but that someone that sounds like him may have been last seen in a town called Krask. The two swapped sending stones, and Ern assured Irene that he'd let her know if he hears or sees anything about Helena or Laris. He also footed her with the bill, so she owes 25 more gold on top of the cost for her lodging. Rahadin is still awaiting an answer.
Wonderful, really good one. So, if you don't already have inspiration, then just take that, and if you do already have it, put 50 gold to your character.
Thank you.
Paying off that tab.
Absolutely. All right. Give me 2 minutes to put it all together, and then I'll start. So just stand by, please. Tigran, you are standing outside of the Blue Water Inn, correct?
That is correct.
And where are you looking?
I imagine I'm gonna be looking towards the directions of the Ravens first, since that was his primary objective before getting involved with Victor.
You'll notice a man walk by you, and the man will give you a slap at your shoulder and say, "Good man, good to see you." And you'll see that it's Ern walking on by, lighting a cigarette, a little bit of a smile on his face, and he'll just be walking on by past you. If your eyes follow him, it'll follow to this arch again that's over towards the Blue Water Inn, or rather, where the street meets at the Blue Water Inn, and there you'll see that blue feathered bird sitting and looking at you, looking at Ern, and it's just calmly waiting.
Tigran will look over his shoulder with his eyebrow raised and say, "Likewise," before he shifts back to the task at hand, and he'll see that bird, and he will cast Speak with Animals again to converse. Where are you? Here we go. Oi, me again. Sorry I ran off. Got involved with someone terrifying, but danger's gone. So, about them secrets.
Right. Secrets of what again? What are you looking for?
Well, at first I was wondering what exactly these inmate people did to make friends with a lot of you, seeing as how Ravens are a fickle bunch when it comes to who they hang around. But now I'm wondering something different. See, I talked with some of your lot when you weren't there. No offense to them, but their intelligence kinda isn't on par with yours. So, let me just get straight to the point. What are you exactly? Because I know you're not just a regular Raven.
Oh, then what do you imagine me to be?
Imagination's kind of a scary thing. I don't tend to use it too much unless it benefits me in some way. But bow and arrow to my head, I would say you're some kind of shapeshifter of some kind. Maybe something like me, but also maybe not. Maybe you're something else entirely.
Oh, a shapeshifter who, given the opportunities that she can to change into what she would like, she would shift into a bird and she would stand on here and answer questions for pieces of bread and pieces of steak thrown on the ground. And you imagine that this is something that I like to do and enjoy doing.
Maybe not for you personally, but it is good to have a posse around, isn't it? I mean, I would know, even though some of my posse is a little bit questionable in some of their motives. But hey, the more hands you got, the easier your life is, yeah?
Perhaps, but have you seen what claws can do? I mean, surely. And she looks, she's looking at your hands and feet.
Point made. Alright then, let's hear it from the bird's mouth, and he's gonna say that with air quotes. What is your story exactly?
Well, I just travel. That's simple as most ravens do. We travel, we watch, we listen, we remember. That's much about it. I mean, even now the birds here favor you a little bit more because you offer them some food. And she says, and so do I, but you're right, they're not as apt about about their allegiances. I'm not either. But I do enjoy a conversation every now and then. And she says, so maybe I just sit here and I wait, and I see what the adventurers that come through, to and fro, and what they do, and who they are, and, this town's not much for plays.
Yeah, correct on that one. So you just hang around, find some stories to tell, that kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Some things to remember. I move on with my day.
It's a quiet existence, but you know what? After being in this place for a while, a quiet existence is all somebody ever wants. I respect it.
It's a good one. It's a good one. A quiet one. True. She says,
Well then,
but you seem rather loud, no? And, she'll, she'll just, like, kind of work on her feathers and pick at her feathers. She says, I mean, you're the loudest of your bunch already. That I know.
well, if you've been out in nature as long as I have, you realize being loud equates sometimes to being powerful, and being powerful means some of the more dangerous predators tend to leave you alone. Kind of works in my favor, but unfortunately, I'm in an environment where it doesn't.
Right. It'll scare some off, but then the bigger, meaner ones will then know that you're up for grabs. And she says,
So it seems.
and she'll say, but I don't mind her company. For now, at least. And she says, but I'll be sticking around town for the moment. So if you want to chat, I'll be here.
If
And
nothing
if you want
else,
to gossip, then I'm all yours. But it's, tit for tat. You tell a tale,
Of course,
I tell a tale, and as long as you don't mind others looking at you crazy, then I'm sure we'll have a good time.
bold of you to assume I would care about what a bunch of hovel humpers would care to think about me. But if nothing else, you and your friends here's company is appreciated. And if anything else more, I would say having a set of eyes around here to tell me what's going on would be useful. Of course, I would no doubt do the same for you, along with some steak to help wet the deal a little.
Well, throw it to those birds, she said. I don't really like what you have here, or at least what they sell here. Just the bread. Only just the bread.
Just the bread. What is your name, by the way, before I take off?
I haven't thought of it. I haven't considered
No
it.
name. Sorry. Didn't hear it, Judo.
You said what?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
She said, no, I haven't thought of it. I haven't considered. And then she says, I like Muriel, I guess.
Good a name as any. Be seeing you around, Muriel.
And she'll, hit you with that. She'll say, and I'll be seeing you too. And she'll fly off. notice in some way Calm slip past you. Calm is just away. None of you seem to know where she is at the moment, unless otherwise told specifically. And Irene, you are there over at the inn. Are you stepping out finally?
Yeah, she's gonna head out and she'll probably maybe try to link up with Zian and or Zayn and Oksana, perhaps.
Well, before that, you'll definitely see Tyrion on your way out. Perhaps saying goodbye to the bird and all.
Okay, yeah, if she were to see Tigran, she'd go up to him and she'd say, "Hey, what are you up to?"
Talking to the birds.
Do they have anything interesting to say?
Besides complaining about some of the food being shit here, except for the steak or the bread, mostly just casual small talk. Have a new little friend, name's Muriel. Absolutely a doll. She's got more bluish feathers than black. Seems to be a little more smarter than the other ones too. Might have a useful set of eyes around here. And hey, the more eyes we have, the easier our life, yeah?
Definitely. Well, I'm glad it was a productive conversation. And she'll smile. And she'll say, "What's next for you?"
Well, we got some black-haired kid that's allergic to the sun that we need to help. I figured I'd find some way to get around that. And speaking of productivity, what was with your boyfriend walking past me? You guys have a nice little chat?
She'll smirk. It was pleasant. As much as it could have been. Although I owe the innkeeper some money. Still have to figure that out.
Oh, dating one of those guys, eh? Yeah, you're tasting men so far, not proving to be reliable. I mean, first we got someone who ditches you with a bill, and now we got a guy who takes kingdoms. Sure know how to pick 'em, eh?
I work in mysterious ways.
So I observe. Pleasant afternoon to you, Elf.
You as well. And she'll roll her eyes and walk off.
Perfect. Beautiful. So, I headed over to Oksana and Zayn. You guys are... One second. You guys are headed over to the machination shop, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. Great. Let's see.
On the way over there, if the two aren't talking much or there's ever a lull in the conversation, Zayn is just going to be humming a little tune from his homeland, just echoing throughout the mask, just a light little Sort of deal.
Awesome. Is there any conversation between Roxana and Zayn at all?
Yeah. As they're traveling over, Zayn will definitely say a few words just to get to know her. He'll say, "Forgive me, we have not had much time to talk yet. Your name is Oksana, yes?
Yes, that's right.
It is a pleasure to finally feel as if I'm meeting you. We've been quite busy these past 12 hours.
Yes, I'm sure it's not quite what you expected when you arrived with Ismark.
Well, when it comes to traveling with a man such as him, expected, unexpected sort of becomes the expected. We ran into a number of troubles on our way, part of which being that same hag that I believe we are going to fight, or at least one of her kind. Well, I imagine we are lucky to be alive.
Did she curse you or make a deal or anything like that?
She did not. She fed us as she has been, the villagers. We fell into quite a deep sleep, and when we awoke, well, I will speak not of the nightmares I imagine we both had, but when we awoke, neither of us were better off than we were going to sleep. It is a miracle we made it all this way, and it is a miracle I now get the pleasure of talking to you. And he'll give a little chuckle in his mask and bow his head a little bit. He is a fighter, that one. He cares much for his people.
I hope he's able to help them here now that at least they're inside the city, although I don't know if it's much safer here than it was outside.
Have you spent many nights in Barovia outside?
Not on our own, no. The Vistani let us stay with them and they were very good hosts. I I don't think it would be wise to camp in a small group outside of a city.
No. I believe you're correct on that one. The limited time Ismark and I had to spend outside, as I said, was not good. Let us call it not good and finish that there. I imagine no matter what the conditions are inside the village, his people, all of these people, are safer within the walls than without. Things lurk in the darkness, and from what I've seen of these people, they are good of spirit, they are strong of will, not much to do with fighting. It seems as if Ismark and his sister are some of the only fighters left in the village.
I'm sure there were others who tried to fight, but as you found out, that's not always the smartest course.
Yes, and again, please, I beg forgiveness for my actions in the inn. It was foolish of me to think I could stand up to such a man. Such evil has never before been seen by my eyes. He is far beyond anything I have ever dreamed of encountering.
Well, now you know, and next time it'll be hopefully easier when we speak to him.
Of course. To think that there's someone above him, to think that there's a master that he answers to, it almost makes me want to go running and screaming to the streets, proclaiming that there's no hope for anything. But that is not true. We have already seen hope in these people. We have hopefully given hope back to the people of Valaki. And we have hopefully given hope back to the people of the village of Barovia, allowing them inside, or at least being part of the effort.
As we're walking, how does the attitude seem? I know the official regime change hasn't happened yet, but how are the people in the streets?
I think it would be plain to see that there are people who engage in smile and some laughter now, speaking to each other and talking more freely, especially with the additional refugees that are in town who didn't follow those rules. It's much more natural to them, which has essentially allowed maybe the Valakians to feel like there is new things happening and that we are in a different space. So, they'll speak to each other and they'll talk to each other, and you see that there's people moving stuff about, like maybe opening up old shops that weren't open before, or that would close very early, or would be stuck making things for just the I guess the military at that point, but the guards and the Baron themselves, rather than just slaving away. There's you can tell that there's gonna be some like open economy soon.
Nice.
That's good.
And yeah, Zane will just, as they take notice of that, he'll just gesture around to these people, sort of coming out of their shell for the first time in a long while, and he'll say, as scary as the things we face are, I fear that there will be no victory without giving hope back to the people. Even if we are to cut the head off the snake himself, the rest of the body will die unless we nurture it. The people here have suffered long enough. It is time that they have something to hope for again.
I would be careful speaking about that if I were you. The Lord of the Land has been nothing but welcoming to us, and we should be grateful for that, remember?
Oh yeah, sorry, out of character. Zayn was not there when Lady Wachter said what she did. He was still at the house with Victor and his mother, so he does not know that he cannot speak poorly about the man.
I'm gonna get murdered standing next to you.
So Zayn will like turn his beak towards her and tilt his head a little bit, very bird-like, and he'll say, "Sorry, do we speak of the same person? I think it almost sounds as if you are equating great evil to great good. Surely we must be speaking of two different people, no?"
Do I don't think I have any sorcery points left. No, I don't. I'm gonna cast Message just because it's still more whispery than just speaking aloud.
Yeah.
And just tell him, Lady Wachter will have anyone who speaks against Strahd exiled or killed. You already saw what happened when you stood up to Rahadin, so please be quiet.
His mask is going to stay trained on her for a good few seconds before he answers, and then he will message her back, just in her mind, and say, "Lady Wachter does not stand against the evil. I thought she would do good things for this city. I thought she would inspire the hope to stand up against him. Does she serve this master?"
She serves the city, and the safest way to do that is to not anger your betters. And Oksana will pick up her pace and start walking a couple steps ahead of him, just to get inside with this conversation.
Yeah. And Zayn is troubled by that one, but he's gonna keep it pushing and keep his thoughts to himself.
Perfect. So you're walking into Malcolm's Machinations. I believe that was his name. Totally forgot what I said it was. And you'll see that sign just has the name, has the Machinations written under it, but the S on Malcolm's, you see only like there's like one rivet in, and it's like maybe like an address on a house where it's like, you know, it's upside down instead. The 6 of the 9, the S is just a backwards type of S or whatever. Which is just a normal S, looking a little bit funny. And so you can see that it swings, and it swings almost just all the time, and you hear it creaking. And as you step inside, you'll see how busy Malcolm is. Again, this is a man with several prosthetic arms kind of attached to his own arm, assisting him on working on different pieces. In this shop with you know, the hums of any, you know, automation that he might have there with him, he is just muttering it to himself, and you know, maybe talking to the customers sometimes, and then also not speaking back to himself, and then telling the customer that he wasn't talking to them, and in any case always working. You'll see a myriad of wooden arms and metal arms, iron feet. You'll see different pieces of body, you know, all the way from your just a hand to your forearm, to your shoulder, for example. And in any case, these are different pieces that he is built or currently building, and always tinkering with something, maybe to make something that much better. The room itself, it reeks of oil. And that is no surprise, as you see, as his hands are just basically, you know, wreathed in it. And so he'll be working at his stuff, and you'll see that there is a person stepping out and stepping away, with a little less of a rickety foot that seems as though they had lost, and they'll be stepping, and you're kind of hearing the oil and seeing the oil maybe drip off of it as it as the person starts to step away from Malcolm in the shop. And so he continues to work. What do you all do?
Oksana will approach the counter wherever he's working at. Excuse me, sir. I'm here to pick up a prosthetic.
Prosthetic for who?
My friend and I were in a few days ago that we ordered an arm.
I ordered an arm, and a leg. And he's gonna move at and grab like another piece of something and try to, like, you know, push it into another. You can tell he's just working and asking you whatever questions. Like, he's not listening to you right now.
It was a metal arm for a fighting man, a soldier.
How long ago?
It was, I think, 2 days ago now.
And what did I say I'd have it by?
Today?
Oh! Yeah! And he says, metal arm for today. And his hands just reach out underneath the desk, and he'll put out with, you know, two of his hands holding it. One, you know, obviously being a sort of puppet hand, will put out this, like, large blanket. It looks padded, and then he'll reach over behind him and grab a box, and in this box he'll put it on top of this steel little work table that he's working on, and he'll have one of his hands open the box, and then he will take out with his hand the arm, another hand will help support it, and then will then you know, put away the box just right behind him, and he'll lay the arm out in front of you, and and the arm looks clean. The arm looks like it has well, I'll tell you this way. He'll put it out, and he says, all right, here we are. He says, we got rotators, and he'll move around one of the shoulder itself. He says, we got rotators for full movement. We got some resistance here, so this way it doesn't bend all the way back. He says, but you got to be careful, and you got to let it weather. He says, I got some oil for you. And then he'll put the oil, and you see that it's almost falling over the little beaker option that it has for you to just go like onto things. and and he'll say, so you have to oil it. You got actuating fingers, and he'll show the fingers. He says, but you'll need practice, and you'll need great muscle control. And he says, and well, you'll need to attune to it. So there's that part. So the person needs to spend some time with it, and he'll say, but it's great, awful, and heavy. So I hope this isn't for you, lady, and I hope this isn't for another gal. Oh yeah, soldier. Yeah, this is for a soldier. And he says, yeah, because it wouldn't fit on your body. I mean, you're slender. And one hand's gonna reach out and grab one of your arms and like pick it up and then drop it like dead weight. Yeah, you're slender.
Yes, it is for a man, and thank you. It's very beautiful work.
Of course, and the gold.
I will hand him our pouch of collected gold.
And he says, "All right, don't mind me." And he'll put the gold out and he'll spill all of the bag out onto the the table in front of him, and his fingers are going to be counting it one by one, and he's going to be. And then he'll mess up, and they'll say, "Sorry," and then, and so eventually he gets the count, and then he says, "Okay, well, you're 10 over, you're 10 under. We'll call it." They'll say, "You're a first-time customer, yes?"
Yes, I am.
Oh, then, yeah, you're good. And then he'll lift up the rag, all the gold will fall, in a little funnel, and he'll collect it in a little bucket in between his legs, and then he'll put that bucket right underneath the obvious little register system that he has, and he says, "Well, there you are."
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And now you'll need to tighten it tight, and it'll hurt. It'll hurt a lot.
And it's meant to hurt when you tighten it?
Well, if you want the fingers to work.
Well, thank you very much. I'll make sure it gets to him, and if there's any issues, I'll send him back your way.
Yep. He says, "You know what'll help? A stiff drink. Maybe 2 of them."
Well, thank you again. And she'll bundle up all the arm and stuff in her arms and go to leave.
As she's doing that, Zane's just going to be looking around the shop, looking at what he has on sale. Is it all prosthetics, or is there other stuff, Judah?
It's all prosthetics. It is just a little prosthetic shop.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's gonna be looking around. Are these able to be touched? Are they in like containers? How close can you inspect this kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, some of them are in a container. More fragile pieces. I would say pieces that someone could like run away with, for example, are in some sort of container. However, there are some pieces that are just out there on like little stands, and you'll see that they're almost. Sometimes you'll see some of them moving, right? Like hands, like opening and closing on itself to show that that it closes in on itself. You'll see some shoulder action, which it moves on a dummy. You know what I mean? And but what you'll notice is that among all of these, there's always strings attached to it, right? Helping keeping it moving up and down and whatnot, and the hum that you feel when you're in here is just all just one large automation of making this shop seem more alive, and its pieces seeming more alive, and you feel
everything everywhere is moving.
Yeah, in some form or fashion, and especially Malcolm. But yeah, there's all sorts of arms around here. You'll see that there is for example, you'll see there is a wooden arm. You'll see that it can articulate and function itself just well. but it almost seems like it's functioning for non-combat, right?
Yep.
You'll see that there are different arms or different like hands, for example. Some of them have like a pocket inside of it that seem like it's inset with some sort of gem, for example. And so whether for style or for something is up for you to ask. And as well as you'll see a slew of different I would say a slew of different prosthetics that looks like they're halfway working. You know what I mean? Not exactly working. There's more stuff in here that's not working than is working, and those ones that are working are full on display. The rest of them are just there's not enough room in the back for them. Like I said, Malcolm is just always working on something.
Yep.
Gotcha. And if you're moving around here and you're looking around, he'll say, "Well, what are you looking for? I see you're walking. I see your hands."
Praise be to the gods. I still managed to keep all my pieces.
And your fingers?
All 10 of them.
Oh, you have 10? And then he's going to show his, looks like 30 as he puts his hands up.
Well, maybe not all of them, in your case, Malcolm, but all the ones I was born with. This place is...
Never get enough.
Never enough. I might have to take you up on that. I see for yourself that you have ones additional to what you are born with. Do you have those for sale as well?
An additional hand?
An additional arm, additional hand?
Well, a lot of these I have to work on pulleys. It's actually part of the, and you'll see that his are part of strings in the same room.
Yes, I see.
He'll say, a lot of these work on pulley systems, and well, it's taking a lot of work, but I get to add more and more, and when I do, I can do more and more work. And when I can do more and more work, I can probably finish these pieces and finally sell them to anybody that loses a leg. But it's hard to say. If I can get you anything like this, because, well, I'm stuck in this room, basically.
Stuck? You cannot leave.
Well, then I'd be like the rest of you, walking around with 2 hands, 2 feet. And, well, just can't have that.
And you'll hear a little chuckle from the helmet. Another one of those echoes. And he'll keep walking around for a second. He'll just, if there's a notably impressive item anywhere, he'll go up to it, and just take a close look at it, and just turn towards the counter and say, "Malcolm, this is most impressive. I have not seen anything like this since I was back in my homeland of Prohinia. You truly have a gift, sir."
Of course, yes. Thank you. I appreciate it. He says, not a lot of people can are happy with it, but when you make a business off of other people losing their limbs, it's hard to, to sell.
Yes,
Most
and I
people
imagine
lose a limb and they just say, well, they're done.
And I imagine those that do come in here are not too happy about their condition.
No, and they're not happy about the price either. But it's taken a lot of work to get this together. He says, and I'm lucky that the Baron let me keep my shop open because of his guards and their, arguments and fights with the wrong person. But what's it to you? When Isaac chops off your arm because you didn't listen to him, well, then you head on over here, and then they pay their gold, and I get to keep the shop open.
A fruitful benefit for everyone, it seems.
Yep, but we're slowing down now.
Well, hopefully with more commerce and more opportunities coming to the city, you will see business once again, sir. To be honest, this place fascinates me so much. If I was not doing so much today, I could spend all day in here. Could you perhaps look at something for me? An item from my homeland. Not quite in line with everything you have here, but the mechanics may end up being the same.
Yeah. Put it here.
And he'll walk over to the table, and as he's walking over with his gauntleted arm, he'll start unbuckling the overarm mounted crossbow from his leather arm and just putting it down on the table, and he'll take the bolt out of it before he presses the lever or the switch on it. And so as he presses it, the whole creation will like unfurl and open up into its like active state, so he can see more of the machinery inside it.
I see.
Just a very delicate contraption. A lot of like shinier metal pieces, like an iron outside, but a lot of like bronze gearwork and sort of almost something that you'd see off an artificer. Just a lot of clockwork design going into this small form.
Yeah, he'll pick it up like he doesn't have any, because you're putting the piece specifically on the table, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna pick it up like he doesn't really care what it's made out of, and he'll start to shake it, move it around, some of the fingers, move it down. He says, "All right," and he'll feel the tension on the bow. He says, "Compact, spring loaded," and he says, "Okay," and right in the bottom of your arm, he puts it on his hand and moves it out. And he says, "Ah, neat little contraption you got here."
And Zayn will even offer the bolt to him should he wish to give it a shot, literally.
And he'll put his hand out and he says, No. This is the real tool here. And he says, all the stuff that makes this thing tick. And he'll pull it back, see if it sticks, fire it again. And he'll catch it before it fires, so that way it doesn't, he says, can't dry fire. That hurts the bow.
No.
And
Yes,
says,
indeed.
He says, yeah, well, this is good. I mean, you really could use some tension calibration. You could use maybe an auto draw servos, perhaps a collapsible refit. You even have room here for a little bit of elemental infusion, really.
And all of these
arm,
things.
And you can maybe pack a bigger punch, although it might hurt you a bit. But I could get something like that working.
As he's talking, Zayn was just like standing arms crossed, like enjoying hearing this man speak good about something from his homeland. Just hearing anybody enjoy what he has to offer always gets him. But as the man starts to speak further about the potential upgrades, Zayn's arms will unfold and he will start to like put his hands down on the counter and lean forward. He is very interested. And like looking at all the different spots and looking at his own arm and like following along with Malcolm as he explains what he could do with it. Do you think you could accomplish these things? I have not made any adjustments to it myself. I fear I have not the knowledge nor the know-how to do more than keep it running and fix it if it breaks. Do you think you could add to it? You seem to have some ideas, but could you act upon them?
I could work on something like this. I mean, it attached to a limb anyways. I think there's something to do there. He says, but, I got a lot of stuff to do. He says, so it's going to cost you.
Yes, let us talk price. How much?
So now I'm going to go above table.
Yep.
So he's offering several different portions, and he'll be explaining this to you as he's going along.
Elemental infusion, more damage, but with some kickback. I think there was a earlier one.
Yeah. So there is a tension recalibration, in which for 250 gold, he can add a +1 attack to the rolls for the wrist bow.
Nice.
You have an option of this like auto draw mechanism that he can add to it, where it'll allow you to load and draw as a free action once per round instead of it being the bonus action that's stated on the tool.
I see.
Get one in for free, right?
Nice.
Then you have a elemental sort of infusion type socket deal where he's going to make space on it to basically places a gem of sorts into it that would allow it to fire the element that is a 1d4
Gotcha.
added to whatever damage your bow will do.
So the bolt
and it could be,
damage
like,
plus that element.
plus the element, right? And
I
so,
see. Yeah.
if you can get these gems, what he'll explain to you, if you can get these gems, but he has some gems available to him. He has fire, lightning, and cold that he can
Yep.
offer. So he has those three that you can start you off with if you wanted to purchase it.
Mhm.
Those ones are going to be like a refillable thing, right? So it takes 3 shots before the gem gives out, right? You can't
I
shoot
see.
it with that element anymore.
Gotcha.
He's gonna charge you. About 300 for the socket to get it.
Yep.
And he's gonna charge you 100 gold per the cartridge or for that gem, right?
Per
For it
gem.
to go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So but those gems have 3 shots before expiring. So that's
Yep.
That's a little bang for your buck there.
Yep.
Then there is this this backlash prototype that he's gonna offer you, right?
Yep.
And so it's going to boost the velocity of the bow.
Yep.
And
Like drawing it way back.
yeah, it'll boost the velocity of it. It'll do it itself, but there's going to be a recoil that's going to shock your body. So you can basically kind of like overcharge the shot, right? To get plus 1d8 damage, but you're going to take 1d4 damage to your arm.
Interesting.
So you basically shoot this out. It does more damage, but you'll take 1d4. So on top of whatever the bow does, add a plus 1d8 to it. That's what your bow will do, and then now you'll take 1d4 in return.
Gotcha. And just for my short notes here, what was the effect before the elemental one?
That one was me
The
talking about
freeloader, if I remember.
Yeah, so it's a little auto draw thing, but the idea is that it's going to allow you to like do the reload and fire again.
Yep.
Because as it states on your tool currently, you can fire the tool as a bonus action instead as part of the attack action, right? Reloading the tool takes 1 action, as you must manually reset it, right? So now reloading it will take a free action. And then
interesting.
You can fire it as a and you'll still fire it as a bonus action, but
and are all of these the same cost? Or no, the elemental one was 300 plus 100 for the gem.
A lot of them cost about 300. So elemental 300, 100 for the gem. The auto draw is going to cost 300. The plus one is going to cost 250.
250.
What else am I missing?
The first one.
The first one was the recalibration. Then it was the pre-action one. That one's 300 gold. And then.
And what was the recalibration one again? Adding a plus 1 to hit, I think.
That's a plus 1 attack. That's all it is. 250.
Gotcha.
And then you have the backlash little prototype thing, and that one's going to cost 300 gold as well.
All right, what I'm looking at right now is the reload being a free action. That sounds awesome. I would love to shoot this thing more. It's awesome. Yeah, in that case, he'll just like having the guy drop a little list of the options.
For a day of work, by the way, he'll need all
of
this.
Yeah, of course, to tinker with it. Yep. So as he's we'll say he's like drawn up a little thing of the options here. Zane will like tap his finger down on the free reload, and he'll just say, whilst all of these sound good, being able to just shoot it more sounds most beneficial. 300 gold though is quite steep. I only have just over 100 gold to my name at the moment. I don't suppose there is a agreement we could come to. Perhaps something you need?
Yeah. He says, I do need something. You see, I need something from the Vistani just out of this town.
Mm-hmm.
He says, and, well, now we can travel. But I don't travel. He says, and with the recent going-ons, the Vistani have been scared off of coming to town, so, I'll need someone to make a trip into town, or into their camp for me. He says, so I'll just need you to pick up a package. Simple as.
And if I do this, would it cost me the gold still, or would you be willing to do this for free?
It'll cost you the 100 gold. I think that makes fair.
Do you know how far outside the city, the Vistania? How long is the travel?
Not too far. Surely not too far. Perhaps an hour.
Oh, that's not bad at all. What is it that you wish me to pick up from them? Or am I delivering something?
No. You're gonna pick something up for me. I have an agreement with them. They drop it off. I paid them, but they haven't dropped it off in a minute. So,
Of course.
it's best we send you out and get you to pick it up for me. Nothing too big. Nothing too crazy.
And they know, and they are expecting you. You have already paid them.
Oh, they're not expecting me. But if you head there and you let them know you know Malcolm, well, then we'll be fine.
Perhaps there is something you could give me to make sure that they know I am not just some passerby looking to gather free things.
Yes. Well, give me the palm of your hand.
And does it need to be a skin hand, or can it be his glove? Because he'll put out his glove.
It could be his metal glove, yeah.
Okay, he'll put out his metal hand then, his other one.
Perfect. And then he'll go ahead and pull out with his other hand. He's gonna pull out this scorching hot little stamp, and he's gonna stamp on your hand. And it's gonna stamp. It's not gonna damage you. It's hitting the metal, and it's gonna brand it with his brand. And he says, "Oh, there you go. That's my signature." He goes, and they know it. So there you are.
Zane's gonna
show them the MM.
Zane's gonna pull his hand up to look at it, and then he's gonna face it towards the guy. This is going to be on here forever, is it not?
It'll buff out over time.
Of course. Until he'll put his hand down and reach out for his arm-mounted crossbow. Just, I imagine, until he gets the thing, he's not going to start working on it.
And he'll say, well, unless you're going to go handle that stuff now, I can start working on this.
Oh yes, if you wish to. Well, forgive me. That is true. Oh yeah, I guess we're probably not going to tackle that today. Okay, yeah, he'll leave it with Malcolm. Before I return to this shop, I promise I will have what you're looking for. Is there anyone specific I should speak to?
And he's gonna use all 6 of his hands, combing his beard that he has.
Yes, rubbing his chin, rubbing his temple.
They all fall into line, and he goes,
Yeah.
There's a man. His name starts with an S, and he'll start snapping in all of his thumbs. It eludes me. It's a Dusk Elf. He's not really a Vistani. You're headed to the Vistani camp, and there's a Dusk Elf there.
Not talking to a Vistani in the Vistani camp. His name starts with an S, and he is a Dusk Elf. Okay. Anything else, Malcolm?
He says, "No, not unless you want me to brand that on your back."
I think my poem will be fine.
Good. Well, I'll work on this.
Of course, and please, look into it as much as you like. The people of my land want such information to be spread freely. I'm sure the artificers of my homeland would be much accredited if they knew that someone of your skill took interest in their work.
Yes. Be well.
Of course, you as well. And thank you for the arm.
Yeah, awesome. And so so you'll take off.
Yeah.
Oksana is waiting outside there with Zayn.
Yep.
Zayn will, if Oksana was just waiting outside, Zayn will come out and be like, and just put his thumb over his shoulder and be like, that is a 1 in a million man in there. I do not imagine I will ever meet one like him again.
Yeah, well, there's a toy shop you might enjoy as well.
Sorry, say that again, Erica.
There's a toy shop you might enjoy as well.
A toy shop as well. I would love to see it if we have the time, but perhaps we should meet up with the others and give Ismark his arm.
Guess we'll start walking back towards the refugee camp and I assume run into Irene along the way.
Say again? Sorry.
Well, we're gonna head for the refugee camp and try to run into Irene on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If she was headed to us and we're headed back in that direction.
for sure. I'm gonna have Irene catch up with you all at the refugee camp. Irene, you'll head there. Tigran, what are you doing? You're headed to...
I think Tigran would I think he'd maybe go to whoever was running the front of the inn just to ask really quickly about the birds, not particularly wanting to get into the weeds to really draw attention to himself, but just as a little passing curiosity before coming back to meet up at the refugee camp.
Okay, so you want to be coming to the refugee camp now, or you want to talk to the folks at the Blue Water Inn?
I think I'll touch base with the Blue Water Inn first before going over there.
Yeah, let's say you did that in this time. So if you walked into the Blue Water Inn, you would have been speaking with Danica at this point in the day. What time is it?
It was
We
4
started
p.m.
at-
when we started.
yeah.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, so Danica will be working right now, and she'll be working the front, and yeah, you'll see her there. What would you like to say?
I think Tigran will know that his patronage towards the business would be a nice little first step into making conversation. So he'll order a loaf of bread and a water before sitting down at the front.
Perfect. You'll do that. Danica say, "Great choice," and she'll walk out into the kitchen, and she'll say, "We got some fresh," and almost like it's hot, and she'll go ahead and break the bread right in front of you, and then offer you that alongside a glass of water shortly thereafter.
Appreciated. Noticed about all the ravens outside.
Yes.
I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but in my line of interests, it takes a whole lot of effort to get ravens specifically to like you. And I mean a hell of a lot of effort. Kind of curious about that. How'd you get all those birds out there to hang around with you so often?
Yeah, she's giving you a smile as you're talking about it, and she says, I don't know. I think they just gravitate, here. Maybe it's the bread, right? Does it taste good?
Oh, bread is well baked, perfectly fluffy, perfectly warm. But you see, it's not so much the bread that they like. I mean, at least one of them likes the bread for sure. But it's more the wolf steak they're interested in. More specifically, the more marble bits.
I see. Yeah, she says, well, maybe our patrons like to think they have some sort of pets, and so they'll feed the birds, and the birds stay here, and when they say me or Erwin step outside and clean off their home, they think we live together. And she says, but there is a lot of them. And she says, and she'll say, but they're a nice little alarm system. Something bad this way comes, you'll see the birds tend to flock away, and if all is safe, they'll be around and just bother us for what we have. She says, and sometimes you might even get a laugh at whatever they pick up to mimic to each other or to you. She says, but that's pretty much it. I mean, I wish I could explain more, but I don't have any special seeds I feed them, and I surely don't clean their feathers, and but that's the thing about it, is if you're a good person, I feel like, really, if you're a good person and you do good things, that the ravens notice. I think, I don't know, the birds and trees notice, the many little animal you might run by would notice, and they'll appreciate that, especially in a world as cruel as this. She says, so that's why we keep this place open almost all night. And she says, and we offer discounts to those who need some time, and at the end of the day, we're all ravens, looking for someone to trust, and looking for someone to eat, maybe rest our feathers before we take off to whatever Barove has to offer.
A symbiotic relationship, eh? It's a beautiful thing, that's for damn certain. Appreciate the talk. Sorry, I didn't really get your name. Sorry also about, right, Donica, yeah. Sorry about breaking into your place, too, with the red-haired kid. You were kind of a stop on the way to finding them.
And she says, no, that's, no worries to me. I mean, it's all, under the bridge now. Or left with the Baron anyways. And she says, and so, whatever happened to that kid?
Right. You don't know, eh? That kid was all kinds of stupid and brave, but I'm sure you knew that. Well, turns out his bravery got him into a pinch that he just couldn't come back from. See, we picked a fight with that big fat guy with a monster arm and an axe. Baron's right arm. Well, we definitely did a number on him. Also, that kid put a hell of a fight, but that man was planning to take him with us. A fiery gout of an explosion from that arm. We all made it out okay, except for the kid. Got turned to ash along with him.
Oh, that's terrible. Not as terrible news, but if his life was a sacrifice to get rid of a much greater evil, I see it there that was fit.
Yeah, I suppose that kid wouldn't want to go out any. Well, what can us ravens do but continue to fly for him, eh?
Exactly. And birds as a feather, right?
They sure flock together. Appreciate the meal, Donica. I'll be seeing you.
She says, of course. And I just want to let you know that soon we'll have wine back. Me and my husband are attempting to get somebody out to check on our shipment, but it's been a bit of a trouble. So I appreciate you tending our water, even though I know it's not the best, and I know that's not why others come here. But hopefully soon, okay? We appreciate your patronage.
He'll raise his glass and say, I appreciate the water, really. I don't personally drink, kind of a personal choice I made. But for your sake, I hope that shipment comes in soon.
And you'll see a wear on her face, and she says, "Yeah, me too." Well, take care then.
Pleasure seeing you.
Awesome. So we'll have all that resolved with Irene and Tigran meeting up at the refugee camp. At least Irene, maybe it's hard for you to see where Irina and Ismark are at the time, but just as when Oksana and Zain arrive there, that's when you start to see that Irina, comes back into the town square, the refugee camp, with a bunch of children at her side, and so is Ismark there with her. Seemingly, I finished just giving a tour a bit of the town, so you guys see them now. Ismark and Irina standing next to each other. The rest of the kids start to, move back to their camps and, play with Ismark and Irina respectfully, and then end up leaving.
Zion will do what he does and raises his hand real high up, and raise his arm real high up and wave his hand at the two as they close in.
Yeah, Irina and Ismark will put their hand up and say hello, and they're just chatting as you guys walk up, and he'll say, "Well, how's the town treating you all?"
The town has been very good. We walked around to the people as we were going to Malcolm's shop, and for the first time since we've came to this place, I've seen smiles and laughter and people leaving their houses without looking over their shoulder.
That is great. Yeah, no, that's great. I remember hearing some stories of this place from our father, and it was never one about much of the. It was always, or he was always talking about the, seemingly forced happiness here, and it's very foreign to us. At least hearing it there in the village of Barovia, where even though we were allowed to smile or frown, we smiled when we could. So I'm glad that now they smile when they can, and hopefully there's more opportunities to do so. As for now, we try to take the kids around to the church, show them another friendly face in this town.
Well said. The people in this town should not be forced to smile, but made to do so. Speaking of, and he'll open his arm up to show Oksana and what she has in her hand. If you have a moment, Ismark, we might have something that will put a smile on your face as well.
He'll look at Oksana with the item in her arm, and he'll say, "Oh, what is it?"
She'll unwrap it. It's not a perfect solution, but we were able to have this made for you, and hopefully at least it eases the transition.
Yeah, you see Irina's eyes start to water, and she gives a big smile, and she pushes Ismark forward, and Ismark seems like he almost doesn't want to receive the arm, and he's looking at it, and he says, "Well, how much did this cost? I mean, surely."
Zaino put his hand up. Do not ask such questions, my friend. You have helped so many people. This little group of yours had this being worked on before you have even arrived. They care about you, and your people need you. Take this and ask us no questions of price or difficulty. It is yours.
Yeah, he'll look at Irene and Oksana, just kind of like, you know, wide-eyed, and you know what I mean, and just shocked, really, you know, a shocked face, like he can't believe that you guys did this. He goes, I don't know what to say. I mean, thank you, obviously. I couldn't imagine getting something like this when, you know, I felt like I let people down, and I just didn't imagine that I'd maybe have a second chance.
You don't have to say anything, Ismark. You deserve this more than anyone. Take your second chance. And use this arm well.
I imagine. Sorry, go ahead. I imagine the only thing. Speaking to Ismark here, I imagine the only thing the girls want to hear from you is that you'll put on the arm.
And Irene says, well, of course he'll put on the arm. Go ahead. Go.
Just be careful. Just be careful. It might hurt.
Yes, we
were told so. Oh wait, no, sorry, I wasn't. Above table. Go ahead. That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna disregard that. I was not there for that. Thank you so much.
I've heard rumor that this might hurt a little bit.
See, the armhole is full of spikes.
It doesn't actually hold on by
Stop being
magic.
shy. Get in there. This is your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, why don't you say that it'll hurt?
The creator did warn us that you might want to have a few drinks first. It's meant to be worn tightly, and it'll take time to get used to.
Oh, well, I think and he'll check he'll pretend to check his pockets. He goes, unfortunately, I'm fresh out of booze. He says, then, yeah, maybe let's get something stiff, yeah?
Yes, perhaps the blue water in.
Yeah, that sounds great. I was gonna help with, and Irene says, I got it, it's fine. I totally got it. She says, you go, please. Enjoy your friends, enjoy your arm, enjoy a drink. You deserve it. And he'll, give his sister a hug, and he'll say, okay, then I guess I'm yours for the night.
And Zion will give him a slap on his back with the leather hand, not the metal one, and just say, "That's the spirit, hero. Let's go get you your new arm, and the drink first."
And yeah, Ismark will walk with you, and he'll ask if he can hold it, and he says, "Oh wow, it's pretty heavy."
Yeah, Oksana will do the shaky arm as she tries to lift it. She is not a strong person.
Yeah, he'll lift it with one arm and hold it to his chest, and then eventually find a way to tuck it under his other arm. And he'll say, okay, yeah, let's get a drink then. And yeah, you guys will gravitate towards the Blue Water Inn.
Tigron's gonna be eyeing this arm up and down. He's going to go next to Zion and just whisper, "What kind of black magic shit did you just give this man? I mean, does that thing even work or what?"
Zion will lean down and he'll say, "The man who made that is quite amazing. I think you should visit his shop sometime."
The arm's made of metal, though? That shit ain't right.
Metal, he has wood too. Everything you might want to see for a speaker. He might even be able to get you a third if you ask nicely enough.
Ah, hell no. What? You want me to go around town looking like a fucking spider with fingers, eh?
And
I
Zion,
already got a reputation around here, damn it.
And Zion will just stand back to full height and just laugh. Bro almost has a skip in his step at this point. Just looking over to Ismark and saying, "You know, the first thing you're doing when you put on that arm is arm wrestling me, yes?"
He says, "Yeah, no," and he says, "Yeah, and it'll be my strong arm finally."
We shall see who has the strongest arm of all. And even though he has like metal armor on and you can't see underneath it, Zion will just go up and like flex his gauntleted arm.
Yeah, Ismark tries his best to make the metal hand that he's carrying do the same. But it doesn't work out. You guys make it into the Blue Outer Inn, and he'll just walk in. He'll say, "Please let me get the drinks," and he'll walk on over to the inn, and he'll ask. He'll talk to Danica for a moment, and there's a table for you guys. This like table that you guys talked at last time with Victor is available. And he'll say, yes, and perhaps just a round of wine for everyone. Is that safe to say?
Zion will nod his beak.
And yeah, he'll just order it, and eventually he'll walk back and he'll say, "Okay, here we are." He says, "And I asked for 2 of the strongest drinks that they have, so it costs a pretty penny, but I think it's worth it."
It might be worth the price of pain. That man said it is going to hurt, and he does not seem the type to play around.
No, Danica comes in. She offers wine to a few folks. Now, this isn't the same wine that you've had before, and in fact, it doesn't taste good. It doesn't really smell good. But it's wine, and she'll almost pass it out. She'll say, 5 red, and she'll just pour out the give you guys the wine, and she'll give 2 drinks in front of Ismark, and 2 of these drinks are familiar to what Irene has consumed before. It's the mead, this really strong mead. And so he'll start drinking, and he'll say, "So catch me up with everything that's been going on with you all."
Zayn will start. He'll tell just the amount that they've been doing with Victor, and he'll do it a little bit quieter as to not like project it across the whole fucking tavern. Just hoping that their table hears it. But he'll talk of Victor. He'll talk about I've already forgotten her name again. Lady Walker's daughter.
Stella.
Stella. He'll talk of Victor. He'll talk of Stella. The couple of quests that Victor gave them, and he'll even, just on a personal matter, he'll end it with, that crossbow I used to have on my arm, and he'll hold up his arm to show that it's not there. That man from that shop said he might be able to upgrade it for me for quite a cut cost if I do a favor for him. I need to make a stop at the Vistani camp when I get the chance. Apparently he has some supplies there he needs to have me pick up. And I think that is everything. And he'll look around the table if anyone else wants to add something.
Yeah, does anyone want to catch someone up with Ismark? You guys don't have to like roleplay it. If you guys want to, you guys can just tell me like what you would catch him up on. So this way I can have Ismark download that.
Tyron will look proud of himself, and he'll say, "Well, I've made acquaintances with the local birds around the town here. More specifically, the ones hanging out outside the inn. One of them, Muriel, likes to act like a little fly on the wall, per se. She collects tidbits, stories, and info around whoever's passing by. If you ask me, I'd say the Walker Son's days are numbered. I mean, yeah, he's a spy and all. He does the same thing, but can he fly? And there's quite a few of those birds out there. I think we'll have a little secondary spy network around here once I feed them enough and do enough favors for them.
Oh. Forgive me, Tigran, but it sounds like you maybe have fallen into a trap. The way it sounds.
Oh, me? Nah. Animals are nothing short of honest. They always have their own best interests in mind. And as long as I give them that, they'll help me get what I need in return.
So, yeah, perhaps we've met a couple different types of animals, you and I.
Zion will speak up on this and he'll say, I happen to agree with Ismark for a speaker. I don't know if you just have a way with it. Some of the animals I've run into have definitely given me the runaround as well.
Oh, yeah, sure. You've had your trouble with wolves and bats and all the like. Most of them aren't actually animals. But these guys? Ravens. Who the hell's around here pretending to be a raven, huh?
Well, you know, from what I've heard, spies in general, right?
I didn't want to say it, but I think that a raven might be the perfect animal for someone to shapeshift into, especially around here, where it seems to be nothing but. Are you sure you weren't talking to a spy? And he'll say it lightheartedly.
Even if I was, that just means they're a man of nature just like me. They have interests that are, at the very least, adjacent to mine. All the more the reason I should be associating with them.
Yeah,
Well said.
Yeah, I could agree with that. He says, I mean, I'm interested in what we need to do to help with this witch or this coven you guys speak of, as well as even helping with Zain with whatever this trip is out to the Vistani camp. I've enjoyed my time here, but I'd like to test out this new arm. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm feeling it a bit already.
Yes.
Oksana, could you help me, please?
And how far down into his drinks is Ismark?
Yeah,
Is he done with them, or is
He's
he?
he's like 1.5 done with the 2 cups of mead that he had, and still has some wine in front of him.
And Zion will just point one of his gloves over there, and he'll be like, drink the rest of that, sir. He was not joking when he said it will hurt. Perhaps we should toast something. And he will, to try and get Ismark to drink the last of it, Zion will raise his drink up. Anyone? Is there a toast that anyone wants to give?
He'll look around. Ismark will probably speak if no one says anything.
Tigran will probably push his wine over his mouth and ask on the side for water, and when he gets it, he'll raise it up and say, "To Righty's new left arm." Still calling you Righty, though. Sorry.
And Zion will laugh at that, and he'll put up his own drink a little higher, and he'll say, yes, to the glory our friend will win, now that he is being made whole again. Congratulations, Ismark. May you use it to serve your people, and serve yourself a little bit as well.
And Ismark will say, and to those who still stand, when the night would rather see them crawl, here's to making it one more dawn.
And to those that made it possible to reach the next one.
And boom, clink, 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 and he'll slam his
Clink.
And he'll go.
And Zion will also push his wine towards him, so he has even more to drink now.
Okay, come on. And he says,
Just one more, Zion. One more,
Oksana,
Ismark. One.
Oksana, you can. I don't know if you could help me, but that'd be great. He says, I'll be chugging this as much as I can now.
Of course, right. And she'll, I guess, fit whatever housing the arm has onto him.
Yeah. What's
it
the deal there?
It goes over the shoulder like a pauldron, right? And this pauldron itself latches around his chest, so you have to get around his chest and then tighten it with a belt, right? And then there's like one that goes around, one that goes like vertical down, and then one that goes horizontal, or not vertical. It is diagonal, and then one that goes horizontal around his chest, right? And then you need to like cinch wrap those, and that part that goes over his arm is going to be just a big old like it would be soft on the inside as to house whatever muscles and whatnot that he would have, like still on the outside, his whatever's left of his nub, for example. And it just being that his whole shoulder's gone, it's just gonna fit in there, and it'll fit somewhat okay. And he'll say, "Oh, well, it definitely needs to be tightened." But his hand isn't alive to it yet. So he'll ask you to tighten it, and you guys have to really tighten it. And when you do, you tighten it so, and it hurts. And he says, "Okay, no, tighter," and then you'll do it, and it'll be seemingly like, it feels like he's like, "Oh, it's crushing my shoulder," and he'll wince every time you do it, but he'll fight through it. And then at the end, you'll see that this hand just sits down to his side. And he'll say, "Well, how does it look?"
Irene's gonna pipe up. She's going to she's a little buzzed. She's caught a little bit of a buzz because she had some drinks earlier, and she's gonna be like, "You look really good." Nice.
Right,
beak
you're
is-
fucking scaring me with that thing.
Zion's beak is gonna like fly over in Irene's direction. He has never heard make even like remotely happy sounds before.
She's just smiling and nodding.
Yeah, he'll finally, the arm will start to react to him and start to move for a moment, and then he'll seemingly be surprised that he can pick it up, or rather his hand can raise, and he can bend the fingertips and all, but you see it starts to creak as he does so, and it's not weathered just yet, but it definitely is creaky. And he says, "Damn, I think we need something for this."
Oksana will put the little squeaky oil can in there. He did say it might take some time to be worn in, so don't be too discouraged if it starts off slow.
A little bit about Oksana.
Unbelievable.
Oksana
and then she goes on mute
is
right
red.
after she says that.
Yeah.
Her hair is red, the rest of her is red.
Tigran is just gonna look at this site and just be like, "Oh God, it fucking moves on its own. Are we sure this guy isn't gonna become like the guy we just killed? I mean,
No.
fuck. He's one dark magic ritual away from shooting fire and shit."
No, Force Speaker. I'm sure that the man controls the metal, not the other way around.
He says,
Those are
"This-
and Zaino like look towards his mark, and he'll be like, "Those you are meaning to do that, yes?"
meaning
Like
to-"
moving the arm.
He says, yes, no, of course. He says, well, at first, no, but then, yeah, and it feels more natural now. He says, it'll take getting used to, but thank you, Oksana. I appreciate it. As he, like, kind of pulls his hand away, and you start to hear the creaking as he, like, opens the hand and closes it and bends his elbow. He says, It'll get better. I appreciate it. I really do. I think all of you. It feels good. Now I just need to get in a fight or two.
Perhaps you will settle. Yeah, Zayn will. He has seen that this arm is like, even though it's just like barely turning on, like everyone hear like the clunk of Zayn's elbow coming down on the table. Perhaps there's something we could do before a fight, and he'll like wave his hand towards him.
Mm. Yeah, no, of course. I hadn't forgotten that. And then after this, maybe a round of hugs. Forgive me. And he'll put his elbow onto the table, and he says, "Now you can't get embarrassed now, Zayn."
There's no embarrassment here, friend, especially when I win. And he'll grip the metal hand with his gauntleted one, some metal on metal, and he'll turn towards the rest. Zayn will turn towards the rest of the table and say, "Would anyone like to count us down? Any stakes to be made? I am quite
Irene-
strong, but I do
Irene
not know
will
if I am
jump
that
up.
alone."
Jump in there. She's gonna be
Yep.
like, "Okay, soldiers, get ready. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go."
And Zayn will start pushing his arm.
Yeah, and he'll push his arm, and
And how strong is it?
he is strong as fuck.
Oh,
He is
oh
strong
yeah.
as fuck. Ismark
Z-
is a
Zayn-
strong cat.
Zayn's at a 16. How does this feel versus something like that?
Well, he's at an 18, and you're pretty strong.
Ooh.
So
Oh shit, he's
you're-
fucking
so
beasting him.
So he is locked in right now.
Yeah.
and he's on an 18, and then he's gonna say, he says, maybe tighter on the grip, right here, and then he's gonna give you leadership, and then now he's gonna say, go ahead, now try to drive it, and now go. Let's do a roll off for strength, a contested strength check, and then you can use
Alright.
the 1d8 that he gave you to overcome.
Okay. All right. And that's a check, not a saving throw, right?
That is a yeah. No, we're just doing a strength check. Just doing a
Okay.
strength check.
Oh shit. 22.
Oh,
That's not even with the D8. Hold on.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Zayn might be beasting out. Yeah, that's a 27 total.
That's huge. Yeah. No, and so you'll see that his arm starts to give, and he says, "Maybe I shouldn't have told you that." And then you'll slam his arm.
Yeah, and I will say, just as he'll start to like push the man's arm down, and he'll say, "You know, they say that metal will never beat man. There will always be need for the brain inside the body, no matter how much machine you surround it with." And as he starts to lower him down, Zayn is actually going to let up a little bit and let Ismark's arm come back, and he, as discreetly as he can, he wants to try and give Ismark the victory here.
And then he'll as you like attempt to, and it seems that if you want to deceive him, you can, but if you want to let him know you're gonna win, I think you would know he wouldn't be the type to just win. So he's definitely not that kind of guy. He's going to
Yeah, fuck. How how close are the two of them? I imagine because of how close they are. Like, could he whisper something to him and not have the others hear it?
No, I think that'd be hard.
Fuck.
hard.
What about message? Could I hit a message real quick?
Sure. Yeah, no, you probably can.
Yeah, he's gonna message him real quick, and he's gonna be like, "You know, it would look very good in front of the girls if you were to destroy me right now."
And he says, he'll say, maybe out loud to you versus in his head, he'll say,
Yeah.
well, he says, I believe in a different metal of man, and he'll let his hand just hit the ground, you know what I mean? And he'll
Yep.
let it fall.
Then, yep. Zayn will hit it, and Zayn will put both arms up in like victory.
And he says, says, okay. He says, that's not a bad round. He says, okay, now to you, Tigran. And he puts up this big ass metal arm. And he says, no, I'm just kidding. He says, I'm kidding.
No,
He says, no,
no.
that was good.
Tigran, get in there.
What, you
No,
think I
it's
can't
fine.
bend some metal? Hey, nuts and bolts, bring that shit
Yes,
over.
come. He's been calling you
So,
names all day.
I'm
Come
not
on.
really... Okay, but I've had too many drinks. You're gonna have me start arm wrestling the ladies now. And yeah, go ahead. Let's do a roll off.
It's not
what's-
regular or saving. Doesn't matter.
What's your
For him, it
what's
should
your
be a
strength?
saving throw.
What's your strength?
It's 8.
Yeah, you're hella out.
Yeah, that-
Here. With
Make
that
him
one,
make him
I'm
make
gonna
a
have
saving
you-
throw instead of a check.
Doesn't matter. They're both -1.
No, you were trying to not get fucked up here.
I think you're gonna lose. I think we're just gonna call it with a 10-point disparity. I think we're just gonna have you lose.
Point disparity.
Unless
Christ.
there's something that you want to do, a spell or otherwise, that might help you out.
Can you get like
I'll
bear
give-
arm?
I'll give myself guidance first.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
do we
sure.
do we see you casting the spell on yourself?
No.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. Cool. And then let's do a strength. Let's do a strength check.
Beautiful. All right. D4 to that. We got a 14.
Awesome. I got a 16. So perfect. Yeah, no, he'll beat you, and he'll say, "Okay, that's one."
All right, warmed up now.
And he'll put his hand back and he'll say, "Okay." He says, "Let's make sure." He says, "Calm's not around, is she?"
I believe she went to help Victor, but she definitely would be your next match.
He says, "No." He says, "I'd rather not find out." He says, "Well, with a wrestle with the men, perhaps a hug with the women." And he'll say, "Again, I appreciate all of it." And he'll go in and he'll give Oksana a hug, and it's like cold and warm from one hand and another, from the drinking and from the metal. And he'll give you a hug, and then he'll say, "Get up, please, Erne, get up." And then he will give
Yeah,
you
Irene's gonna throw herself at him. And
Jesus
she's gonna
Christ.
yeah.
Fucking awesome.
She's just gonna be
Let a
just
girl have some
huge
fun.
hug. She's just gonna be like, "I'm so happy for you,"
He
and
says,
she's
yeah,
just gonna like
He'll,
gear
like-
up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll like rock her. You know what I mean? Like now he can finally move while he's
Oh, fuck yeah.
hugging, and he'll rock her, and he says, "Thank you. No, I appreciate it. It's fine. I'm fine." he says, "Well, now we have to put me to work, right?" And he'll release Irene, and he'll say, "So what do we think? How can I help you all?"
Zion is gonna cast message into over to Irene, and she's gonna say, "I think he wants another hug."
Irene is gonna look at him sleepy eyes, and then she's gonna sit down on the table, and she's gonna be like, "Masquerade, that first hug took a lot out of me."
Oh, that's cute. That's fucking cute.
Says, "So
Well,
where are we off to?"
if we have time, before we must continue on, I don't imagine my trip to. Fuck, what are they called? I don't imagine my trip to the Vistani will take overly long. Ismark, if you would like to come with, I could always use the hand, and now two of them. Of
He
course,
says-
such things can wait if we have more pressing issues.
So he says, he said, Irina gave me the night off, so you guys have me. So let's go get into trouble.
Zain will look around the table. Um, is anyone else wanting to visit the Vistani? I've heard that they often have many unique things for sale. We might be a little low on money, but it is always worth the look.
Tigron will shrug and say, if it's on the way out to beating up those spinsters, then sure, I'll tag along.
Hopefully, it's a long enough walk I can sober up.
He says, yeah, no, of course. He says, well, now I can throw you over my back now. So, let's get going.
Let's ride! And she will be out the door. Just woo!
Yeah. Ismark will look at all of you and he says, I'm not going to do that, really. He says, come on, let's go.
Unless she sobers up, you might not have a choice.
Tigron will make a little sarcastic quip at the back and say, I didn't know the elves made potatoes, eh? We're gonna be slugging a whole sack of them on the way to the
Yeah, he'll wait for everyone to get up and head out the door, but he's going to want to talk to Oksana before they leave the bar.
Yeah. And just before Zain leaves, or like just before he heads to the door, he'll grab whatever's left. If I don't know if Ismark actually drank any of his wine or if it's still full. Whatever the case is, he will grab his glass and just turn around from the others for a second, and you'll hear the sound of his beak, the mask of his beak lifting for just a second as he takes a drink, sets it back on the table, and heads out for the rest of them, going off to chase. And you'll hear from outside, like, Idene, slow down, the others are still coming.
Yeah, and he'll wait for just Oksana maybe getting out of the booth or whatnot, and he'll say, Oksana, I wanted to let you know that I appreciate what you've done for me. Says, I couldn't imagine where I'd be right now if, my arm was the way it was, if I was still healing, if I was still in that wretched town. If you hadn't taken it upon yourself to trust me with your gift that you have. He says it's changed me for the better. It's changed my situation, and hell, I think at this rate, and you all, I think you guys are changing Barovia for the better. And I know it just started with you is all. And that's not lost on me. So if you ever need anything from me, even past tonight, please let me help you.
I'm very grateful for your help as well. But if you need to stay here too, I know it was very taxing for you and Irina to be apart, so don't feel indebted to us or me.
And he's gonna put that metal hand up to your face, and if you would let him place it on your cheek, he says, "You're a sweet girl. You're a sweet woman." And he'll say, "I don't feel indebted to you. I want to help you. I want to make this place better with all of you." And then, he'll put his hand away.
Yeah, she'll let him, but I think there's a strange look in her eye. She's not sad or scared of him, but just a little bit frozen before she kind of starts and well, I guess we should catch up to everyone.
Yeah, and
But
you know,
I'm glad you're coming though.
and he'll put his hand down, and when you do, you see that shadowed corner of the booth that you guys are all leaving, and you'll see a shadow there that is way darker than it needs to be right now. And he'll say, "Yeah, let's get a move on." And walk with you.
All right, off to the Vistani.
Erica.
I panic!
Of
I
people,
panic!
fuck
I
Erica.
panic! I panic! Ah! I panicked!
You
Let's
quoted
take-
that shit.
Let's take
No!
let's take a
No!
Are y'all
What?
ready for everything to go
Erica!
downhill? 'Cause I'm ready.
Erica, what are we
Panic!
doing?
What was that? He
What
put his
are we
hand on your cheek.
doing?
What was that?
He was ready. He was so ready.
Panic!
Oh my god.
He was so ready.
Oh my god.
She wasn't ready.
With
Oh
the
my
shadow,
God.
with the shadow and everything watching.
Maybe it's a good thing you did it with the shadow watching. Oh, shit.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know.
The shadow's like, okay, all right. I'm still in there.
So I'm just so I'm
Shadow's
just
gonna go rip his leg off and be like, I don't know, the crazy thing happened. I don't know,
Damn.
man.
Shit.
We got enough gold for a leg.
no, we don't. We
Damn,
fucking
I'm
don't.
sad.
Don't
That
make
made me
this
sad.
man into Iron Man.
thought
Actually,
we were
I don't
gonna
know,
get
we
the
might.
First kiss. I thought we were gonna get the first kiss
I
of the season.
know. I
right?
know.
Oh my
We
god.
were
No,
so
you
close.
two were the first kiss. Don't come for me.
Who?
Huh?
Fucking didn't Rayfield kiss?
No, I
Kiss
think
Irene?
that.
Urinate?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah.
no.
It was like a
No.
hand kiss, if anything.
That don't count. That
That
don't
don't
count.
count.
That don't count. That's like a friendly gesture.
We need smooching from Oksana and
No,
Ismark.
lip locking. Lip locking.
Yep.
I
Lip
can't
locking.
kiss him in a bar.
Come on.
All right. Well
Come
now
on.
you guys are
No.
outside, so we're settled then. We're good.
No, you fuckers are out there.
Damn it. Damn.
We'll turn around. We'll turn around.
Come on. Quiet corner of the tavern.
Yeah, yeah.
Shit.
Or there's the
Shit.
space just upstairs, like the nice sounds from below, very calming environment.
The sound of Tigron ruining a good movie.
Listen, I had to do it with the drunk Irene. I'm so sorry, but
No,
like,
it
she
drunk
did have
Irene is
a
fucking
lot to
awesome.
Drink
Funny,
earlier.
it's
She had a
funny.
lot to drink earlier already.
I hope your boyfriend is also watching from the shadows like, damn. Fucking, alright.
Damn.
She behaved herself. She was just happy to be there.
That's true. That's
Irene's
true.
on spring break.
Spring break in Miami. Holy shit. Hey, you know what? There's still time. We have him for the entire night.
God damn. I'm like,
I gotta go get
my
some
adrenaline.
water.
I was like, oh my god. I was like ready. Oh man. Shit.
bet-
I went up like 20 BPM during that scene. I was fucking ready for it. Hey, you know what? This will only make the real first kiss between them even better.
If it's even them.
Surely, right?
Wolfman's still in the picture. We don't know.
Ooh, you think he's gonna like steal the first kiss?
Probably not. I don't know. They kind of. It's Mark and Oksana kind of. They kind of the OTP. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody said a polycule was out of the cards.
True. Wolfman, Ismark, and Oksana? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Greed spoken of in the fucking Bible.
You guys ready for the bonuses you get for giving Ismark his arm?
The bonuses we get.
Yeah, so now it's not a 1d8 to the roll. It's going to be a 1d12 to the roll.
Holy fuck.
So that's cool. And then, and then now it's going to be within 60 feet of him.
Oh, instead of just one person?
60 feet versus 30 feet. It's still
Oh,
one
I
person,
see. I see.
60 feet, and it's 1d12.
Fuck yeah, that's awesome.
That's cool.
All right, how much more shit can we add to this guy to bump this up even farther? let's keep putting shit on him to just supercharge
We're
this
making
buff.
this man into Captain America.
Yeah,
You guys,
just start cutting shit off.
you guys all have like the highest affinity for Ismark, so I put him down as an ally.
Nice. God, the episodes with Ismark are really just so awesome. I love Ismark.
Ismark's the goat. What's Yasmin doing? Just listening on her phone.
What are you doing, Yasmin?
I see.
Mm.
Okay.
Do you want to get in here, or are you just listening? We're only halfway through.
No.
Damn. Womp.
Six different forms of muscle pain.
That's what the 6 stands for.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 6 nights of sleep in your own bed.
Has got to stop insinuating that Ismark's going to be fingering ladies.
Alright, but the night is young. The night is young.
So, when are we telling our boy Rahadin? Is
Oh,
just gonna
yeah.
come strolling up into town again?
Forgot about that guy. Did he tell us where to meet him? To give him our answer?
That was outside the town, yeah?
It's a bit vague. Although we are going outside the town. Maybe we can do a 2-for-1. Quick. Assuming our answer is just a unanimous yes. But also, we need to worry about how long this Victor thing will take. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Shit, I need a napkin. I was gonna say that he told you guys that he would be there for the Reclamation Day, and he's gonna, or not Reclamation Day, but the day where he passes on from Baron to Baroness, right? Which is tomorrow, and it's in Vallaki. You guys aren't gonna miss that, right?
Yeah,
I
I'll
guess
see if I can fit it in my schedule.
I guess not.
I'll pencil it in. I wonder if Strahd will make an appearance at the festival tomorrow.
I sure hope so.
And be like, hey, did y'all know that Walkthrough's actually my bitch and I control all of you now? Surprise.
And he's gonna have his little college dorm full of undead just strolling into town with him.
Yeah, fuck's sake. I fear we must enjoy this this happy night with Ismark while we can. I feel like shit's gonna pop off tomorrow. I wonder. I'm a little worried about doing the witches coven, or the night hag coven thing on the same time as the festival. Just speaking above table. I'm worried that might be a big thing, and then another big thing.
Not the cuck shadow. Yeah, and then you're like, and then I wanna do I'm gonna spar at night. I'm gonna find time to spar.
Oh my fucking lord! We were so young and naive.
We were so young.
We were so, and that was like what they were saying that like 3 months ago, like in IRL time. Good lord. How things have changed. Are we doing a Christmas episode, Judo?
We're not
Is
doing any
Christmas on a
episodes.
Sunday?
Like we gotta go steal Santa's presents back?
Yeah. We got to save Barovian
What the
Christmas.
fuck? Yeah, we gotta save Christmas in Barovia, Judo.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll save you'll save something.
Uh-huh.
Hi, BB.
Forgot I had a monster saved up for this occasion. We can go into the beginning of the end in the perfect state of being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, speaking of Vistani, that's gonna be fine, right? Like, there's nothing gonna be weird over here, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
keep
yeah.
in mind I still have 0 spells.
Same.
You got
I just used all my
cantrips.
first level spells.
You got cantrips.
Man. Guidance is like the
Marshall.
only thing that I
Marshall
got that
Marshall
isn't
players be
non-binary.
like, you got cantrips.
Marshall players are so wrong. You got cantrips. That's so funny. I have a player in my other game who said, I want to do a Creole accent for a character. I'm like, in what God's world are you pulling up Creole? In what fucking world are you pulling up Creole? You're nuts. Listen, I believe that you can try any accent you want because we're playing a fantasy game. You can do whatever you want. If it's based on something, that's what you do. You're doing something. Unfortunately, that Creole's got to be racist.
Do you know what character he was trying to do with? Like,
It was she wanted to do Creole. She wanted to do Creole, which is way funnier to me. So
That's fire.
fucking funny.
That's
Which
so.
one of them was it?
It was Velk.
I will not say.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
I want to fucking know. I need to bust out the Creole from Mothership. Yeah, this episode has actually been sunshine and rainbows so far.
Yeah, remember when we thought we were gonna make it far enough to fight the hags?
Yeah, but we're just chilling. It's an Ismark episode.
I didn't think that. People thought that.
Who thought that? I didn't think that.
Guys,
You guys did say that.
scrolling up.
You guys did say.
Who
Michael
said it?
Myers.
Pull up the
I mean,
loggies.
It was
Literally, you
literally.
and Modal.
It was you and
I
Michael,
didn't
so-
say that.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
There's no chance. I might have said that. Oh, true. Good fucking idea, Erica. Is there perhaps like art for our boy with metal arm? Question mark.
Nope.
Damn. That's the thing, though. He lost that shit off screen. We weren't even there for it.
Well, it was our fault because we took too many rounds.
Damn.
Whoopsies.
Yeah.
But I mean, it made him fall in love with Oksana. So.
I think she should say that to him in character.
The
Yeah,
best thing Rayfield ever did for me was spend 3 rounds throwing bottles, so that Ismark would fall in love with me.
Hey, to be fair, Chef got insta-deleted that fight.
Sure did.
Don't talk about him like that. Don't talk about Chef like that.
Chef's still my goat.
We never take Chef's name in vain around here. I will not have it.
Don't speak bad about the dead.
It's a very fun character choice, but it's still so funny to me that Tigran is so hung up on Rayfield and knew him like 20 minutes longer than he knew the rest
He leaves
of
an
us.
impression. Rayfield sure leaves an
An
impression.
extra 20 minutes.
The one weak spot Tigran has in his heart is for an underdog. And what the fuck was... what was Rayfield?
Yeah,
other
hell
than
of an
I
underdog,
don't know
yeah.
if a little rich boy can be an underdog.
Little rich boy thrown
In
into...
that situation, he was, because they were gonna cut it off.
It was the world
Yeah,
against the red boy.
I don't think his riches were doing much for him in that
It is the
situation.
world against the white boy most of the time.
That's crazy.
I think we can all agree that Rayfield really has the hardest and most tragic backstory.
Epidemic.
Tigran's the one perpetuating it.
Damn, when are we gonna play this game?
Right now.
Whenever you want.
I would eat milk and cookies.
So we are doing a Christmas episode.
Drinking my monster. Tastes like medicine.
Huh?
Alright, great.
I don't know how you people drink that stuff.
Ugh. Not willingly is the answer. Unless it's Ultra Sunrise, in which case I chug that shit.
That shit gives you rads. That shit turns up your rad meter.
This one's Ultra Wild Passion, and it literally does just taste like medicine. It's medicine that I need. Ugh. Nasty shit. It's one I haven't seen before. It's like all purple and shit.
That's like how men's shampoo gets named. Ultra Wild Instinct, Ultra Wild Passion.
Ugh.
Off to the Vistani.
I know, but you know this Vistani camp. You were here in this Vistani camp.
Oh, is this the one that oh yeah.
This is the one where that girl went missing.
Yeah. Do you wanna DM about that? Do you wanna DM me about that real quick? Do we need like an aside?
No, I mean, do you remember everything?
I got my notes. Somewhere.
Well, do you want to talk about it as we head to this camp?
Hold on. Let me actually find the notes.
Right, while he's finding the notes and we're walking with Ismark and everyone else, as we're heading off through the Sunset Gate and out, walking towards the camp. Does anyone say anything? Is anyone talking? Nope. Okay, great. then Ismark's gonna talk, and you guys make it to the Sunset Gate. And Ismark will say,
All right, I got it.
Are the drinks still with you, Renee?
No, it's wearing off.
Can I ask?
She gone.
Oh, she down.
I got the notes here.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you wanna tell the players out of character or in character, it's totally up to you. If they can make more sense easily out of character, but if you want to catch them up with what's going on as you guys are walking.
Yeah, I'll do it above character, and Zion will tell it, in character. As Ismark and Zion were traveling, get to the windmill, the crone inside, they eat the crone's food, visions. If I remember correctly, they wake up in the forest just like really fucked up, having to travel in the dark, and eventually they get to the Vistani, where there's the Dusk Elves, not a bunch of people talking to us, but there's two main ones, Luvash and Arugal. Luvash is, as we get there, Luvash is thrown around his kid. He's super angry. He lost his daughter. Argal sends him off and seems to be the wiser, or perhaps the more communicative of the two of them. Takes care of us, gets us back to health, and gives us a place to sleep for the night. In reparation for helping us and getting us a little bit of safety, we have agreed to look for his daughter in return. And from there, I think that's when we went into the town. Anything else that you want to correct or say, Judo?
What has your character done to look for the daughter?
Nothing, because we've been busy.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yep. So he's gonna need to explain that one, and I imagine that conversation is going to go fucking swimmingly. Remind me, did he give mention? I don't have it in my notes. Did he give mention to where the daughter might be?
Just that the daughter is lost, and that if you come back later, that you might get more information. They're sending out for more information right now, and hopefully, but if you can hear anything you can in Vallaki, then please bring back the information, and that hopefully he'll have more information too. So,
Gotcha. All right, sounds good.
Yeah. And so Ismark will be explaining that to the players, and he'll end it with, and so, now we're attempting to look for Arabelle, is her name, and she's lost. And I mean, in a place in Barovia, the thing you want least for a child is to be lost here.
It is a shame we have not had much time with everything going on the last few days. I hope they will not hold it against us too hard. And let's hope that they have more information for us now.
That's true. That's true. Send him with Sam
And
on our way. Because Erica figured it out.
Is Oksana making the connection?
If Ismark fully says the name, then yes.
Yep.
Oksana will remind everyone, I can't remember if she's her grandniece or granddaughter.
Grandniece.
That we collected. Grandniece. We collected a doll from Blinsky that we were supposed to bring to her.
Y'all left one behind though, right? I think it was just the gold that y'all pilfered from Chef's body.
I know Com took, like, the meaningful stuff from him, so I would assume she took it, but then she would still have it.
So we do not have it with us.
We do not.
That'll be fine. That's something that she's not here for, and if you guys
Yeah.
want to move forward, we'll just say that she had left it with you all. In some.
And unless we find Arabelle in the next 90 minutes.
Yeah. So, in that case, so as we're headed out above the Sunset Gate, you'll say, "Oh, well then, that's, I mean, so her grandmother called for her, or rather her grand aunt, as it is, sent out for the doll, and you have the doll, but the girl's still missing." And he says, "Well, that's terrible news, but like Zayn said, hopefully they have some more news for us once we arrive to the camp, and then from there on we have wherever the night takes us. Hopefully we can get more information for them. And if at the very least, we could give one last gift for him to remember his daughter by. As though I hate to say that. Let's see what we can find out." And so you guys head into from the trail in Vallaki. If you guys go over to the bigger map that's to the left and you're out of the Vallaki map, you're headed over to the Barovian map. You guys essentially move from Vallaki and you go down a trail until you see a bridge, but at a certain point you duck into the forest. And Ismark checks in with you, Zayn. He says, "I believe it was this way." "Yeah, no, right, it is."
Yeah, it is.
And they move into the forest, and he says, and so soon we'll be there. Tigran, have you met Vistani before? I know the others have. I don't mean to point you out.
So, Tigran has not had the pleasure to talk with the Vistani directly before he accidentally ended up in Barovia. He was actually planning to rob the caravan that was going towards the fog wall, but shit happened, and instead of stealing things, he ended up somewhere that he shouldn't have.
Right. Of course.
And real quick above table, just before we really get into the town, for the life of me I can't remember it, but I swear another one of the people we talked to mentioned talking to the Dusk Elves, and I cannot for the life of me remember what that was in relation to. If anyone remembers.
The prosthetic maker, the person he was supposed to get the stuff from, is a Dusk Elf.
No, it was before that, like a session or so before that. If anything, maybe I'm remembering something wrong.
Are you saying like who a Dusk Elf is?
No, I swear someone was talking about the elves in a previous session, not related to Zayn. I swear we've heard that there's elves there before.
Hiranae's elves, the other white hair elves.
Maybe.
They're
Maybe that's what it was.
else.
I see. Okay.
Perfect. I'm going to change the little art here so we can get into it. This is going to be low res. Is that okay? Yes, because it kind of looks cool. Alright, and hopefully now, if I do this correctly, everyone can refresh their Albert Rodeo, and it'll show the Vistani camp. So, the woods part to reveal an expansive clearing small grass-covered hill with low houses built into the sides, almost, touching the hill itself. And fog will obscure the details, but you can see these buildings feature elegantly carved woodwork. They have decorative lanterns hanging from their sculpted eaves. And atop the hill, above the fog, is a ring of barrel-topped wagons that surround a large tent with a column of smoke pouring out through the hole in the top. The tent is brightly lit from within. Even at this distance, you can smell the odors of wine and of horses that emanate from the central area. Ismark will say, yeah, right there at the top, that's where Luvash and Auragal are, to all of you all. He says Auragal is the uncle, and Luvash is the father of the child who went missing. Again, her name is Arabelle. There's no leads currently, he says, but perhaps we'll find one. In fact, Zion, you said you have business here, yes? Chris muted?
I was muted. My fault. Zane will say, yes, that is true, but if it is all the same to you, I would prefer to hear about the leads on Arabelle before I conduct any business.
He said I had no doubt about that. In fact, I was going to ask that you can catch that on the way out. We have a girl to save.
You and I are in complete agreement.
And he'll say, okay, Tigran, you just have to mind yourself. Not that you aren't the most respectful person, or least respectful person, but that the Vistani are proud. Very proud. And whatever agreement these Vistani and Dusk Elves have with each other, it must be pretty tight-knit.
Yeah, just between you and me, before I ended up here, I might have tried to appropriate some supplies from these people, legitimately or not. So I prefer if they just forget I existed. So have fun.
Okay, yeah. Well then, thank you for being honest. At least now. Okay, I'll head up. Yeah,
of
he'll
course.
invite anybody else who wants to go with him.
Yeah, of course, Zane's gonna go with. And what else is on offer here, just while we're seeing what's happening?
You have a, so, if you're saying what else is up to offer, I mean, there are, elves outside of their homes currently. There are several of them that are, doing archery practice, with each other. There's one who has, like, a tight ponytail, shaved hair on the sides, and, it's almost wrapped up in, like, a little archer-type bow, you know what I mean? And, he's instructing the others to strike, their back straight, you know what I mean? Some of them, but they're all older, and then soon you look and you see they're all men. In fact, you then look around and see around you that none of the Dusk Elves that are here are female. Beyond that, above and on top in the Vistani tent, there are some folks who are drinking about and around the tent. Some people have shop carriages that are kind of open for business in a sense, as their windows are open, but they're drinking from them. You've met them before, and you know that they're still open for trade, even as though they're drinking.
As we approach, do the Dusk Elves seem like, is it strange for them to be seeing women, or just they just don't have any women amongst them?
They just don't have any women amongst them. You would see that they just revere you as any other travelers. If you would give them a nod, they would give you a nod, a hand to a hand. But if you move towards and closer to the Dusk Elves, you would see that one of them would come to meet you.
as we're approaching.
Well, as you are moving toward, if you're moving up the line in the trail that leads to the Vistani camp, then you're in the clear. But if you move off path, that's when you're where the Dusk Elves are.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Oksana will go talk to them. She wants to not stand next to Ismark for a bit.
Okay. Who's going with Ismark?
Zane's going.
Who fuck with Ismark?
Zane fuck with Ismark. Loki.
I think Irene wouldn't want Oksana to go by herself, so she'll go with Oksana.
Awesome. Great. Great. One second.
Also, revisionist history. She does fuck with Ismark. She's in band.
Loki.
Coolio. Perfect. Awesome. So you'll head over to so some of you will head over to the Dusk Elves, and some of you will head over to well, it'll be Zayn and Ismark who head towards the tent. And Tigran, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stick with the ladies? Or are you gonna stay just outside in the skirts?
Yeah, he's gonna just watch from a safe vantage point, just not attract any eyes from.
Awesome. Wunderbar. So as you head over, as the ladies head on down to the Dusk Elves, you will see that some of them look towards each other, and one calls to another, and the other one then grabs their bow and shoots the bow and hits a bell at this door at one of the hovels. And when they do, they'll start to separate and move amongst themselves, and out will step a man. And this man has an eye patch. He'll have an eye patch, and he'll have a scarred face, a brown tunic with other well-to-do, other, I guess, artistic works on the leather. And this man will look at the bell, grab the arrow, and then throw it into a bucket where there's a bunch of other arrows underneath it. And he'll look outside, and he'll see that you two are walking towards him. And he will then walk out to meet you all and put his hand up to see if you return the same gesture.
Yep.
Yes.
And he'll say, good evening. Welcome. How can I help you all? Are you looking for the Vistani?
In a sense, yes. Our friends came through a little while ago, and they said a little girl has gone missing. And I just wanted to ask if you'd seen anything or heard anything.
He'll nod his head. He says, yes, well, yes, I have heard some things. He says, my name is Savid. What is your names?
It's good to meet you. My name's Oksana.
Irene, pleased to meet you.
Oksana and Irene. Pleased to meet you all. And he's going to offer his hand out to give like a little bow to you both. And he'll say, we have heard of some things. He says, in fact, I've set out to discover one of those very things myself. He says, about north from here, a good travel away. He says there is a tower, and in between that tower there is what looks to be a scene of sorts. He says that's where the trail runs cold, but I do see, at least I did see, 2 little steps of a smaller foot, if you could entertain that piece of evidence. And he says, beyond that, I don't know what happened. Soon thereafter, we were chased off by some werewolves. At least night had come, so we didn't want to stay for too long, especially for just a search party. He says, so we brought what we could, and we've told them upstairs and above. And then cutting to Zayn and Ismark, that's going to be Aragal essentially talking to you all, saying the same stuff, he says. And fortunately, Savid and the other Dusk Elves came back, and they had some news, and they have, at least this ring that they found on top of one of the dead bodies. And he'll present a ring that has several symbols on top of it. And he'll say, but we don't know anything about it. We don't know why it's there. We don't know who it's from. It's old, he says, and I've been meaning actually to take it down to Casimir, another Dusk Elf. He says, but I've been busy with my brother and all, and of course with the rest of the Vistani. It seems to be that every night's a party, or every night they're celebrating something, and unfortunately, it's just been full of sorrow.
And is he offering the ring for us to see and get a look at? Is he like holding it out for us?
Yeah, he'll hold it out for you. He is gonna hold out a little ring for you. Let me go ahead and grab that.
Picture
time, picture time. Here you go. So here is I'm gonna go to the main. There's the main. Here's the ring. And when you look at it, Zayn, you recognize the symbols on this ring, and you recognize them as the symbols on the book of which Victor Valakovich studies his spells from.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we know where we're taking it to. He will say, in character, he'll pick it up and just hold it up to his mask to look, and turn to both Ismark and them and say, "How interesting. I believe there is a boy in town that we know. Unfortunately, I cannot make any sense of this, but if you would allow me to take it, I believe I know a boy in town that could discern the meaning, at the very least."
Well, if you're here to make right on your promise, then yes, please take it, but not before taking it to Casimir below. This way he can, take whatever notes he needs to take on it.
Zayn will nod, and he'll put it on a pocket towards the side of his hip, and just bow his head a little bit, and he'll say, "I promise. If she is out there, we will find this girl."
And he'll nod his head, and he says, "I believe you. Please, and he'll show you out. As for everyone else downstairs, as they walk out, downstairs, Savid will be telling all of you that he says, and so we found the ring, we brought it up to them, and now we wait. And now I get my men here to train as much as we can. For the next time that we attempt to go out there will be tomorrow, as much of the men here are worried of everything that happens at night, and well, I don't have a party myself to travel with, or else I'd offer my hand and my bow.
If we do follow to pick up Arabelle's path, is there anything else we should know going northward?
Says, well, he says, well, it is werewolf country. Surely. I mean, once you pass the Luna River, you have Argynvostel to your left, this dreary old castle. No life to it, but what is there beyond the friends that we have here? He says, but more north, there is a tower. I believe it to be a mage's tower. At least that's the stories that my mother told me. He says, but it's been long forgotten. At least no mage would last this long here, or found a way to get out if they did. Beyond that, and further north, skewed a bit to the west, would be the village of Kresk. He says, in fact, I might have a map if you wish to take a look at it.
Yes, please, thank you.
No, of course. And he will take you into his little hovel. He said, please, come in. So, Savid takes you into his hovel, and Zayn and Ismark, you'll see that he, allows the women in, the women walk in, and you're a bit a ways. And, Savid will say, it's just right there on the table, and he'll, you'll see, walking into this room, you're going to see a bunch of different bows, different styles, different designs, all carved, but all look high quality. You will then see with them there are different arrows, some of the broadhead variety, some that look ready to be lit with fire. Some of them are precise and small as to not damage any, small game, for example. And the house itself is furnished well, with the pelts being used, and for a chair for the bed. But it's a modest living that you see there, beyond the bows that surround the area. And on the map, you'll see that there is some hunting notes of sorts, and some symbols that lie around that, offer warnings and such. That being said, you'll see that he'll point out the map to you, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to now... Let's get this map out for you guys. Scenes. I'm going to update your map for you guys that he shows you. The big map. The other map.
Yay.
Let's fucking go.
Beep beep pressed a button and now my taskbar is gone.
Beeper.
What'd you do?
Beeper.
How do I bring it back? Honey, which button did you press? Be demon. Nope, not that one.
shit, you guys about to get a lot of stuff.
Lord down.
Ew.
Polygon.
There we go.
Who's shooting fire? Y'all need to stop playing on my phone.
Wasn't me. Definitely wasn't me.
I think it works like this, and I can go like this, and then I can click onto this. Wait.
That motherfucker took a bite out of our map.
How? And then I go like this, I go like this. Whoops. Go like this, go like this. Go like this, go like this, go like this. Perfect. How?
Holy. Oh, never mind.
Oh, there's the
forbidden.
Wizards of Wine.
How?
The Wizard of Wines. We need to go there.
How?
Old Bone Grinder sounds like a club, but for vampires.
Yo.
How?
Damn,
All
the
right.
map is way better than Mark's.
Here's Mark's
New areas unlocked.
Here's Mark's a small town boy. This is a hunter.
Mm.
All right. So let's look over the map, and I want you guys to give me, you two, Irene and Oksana, to give me a perception check.
I got a 19.
That's a natural 20.
Wow,
Hey.
that's great.
Showing
That's pretty
off.
great. All right,
Fucking
cool.
yeah.
So I'm gonna leave you guys up to decide where you're gonna put this and what notes, but I'm going to point it out to you with my little laser here. You guys ready?
Yep.
All right. Over here, this whole thing, there's gonna be numerous counts of werewolves all over this bitch. So from like here around, it almost looks like it's Werewolf City. So you'll see several marks of what looks like a moon.
Hold on now. Am I seeing this in Owlbear? What's going
Yeah,
on?
Owlbear. Well, you might need to reload now that the new stuff is added.
Oh. Okay. I'm good. Sorry about it.
Right. So yeah, that
Oksana said the
marking
map will be our note. Fuck yeah.
is- Well, it was pretty much this whole bitch. And it was
So
actually,
everything
it was
everything
it was
left of Valaki.
it was
pretty
actually
much.
like this. like Wizard of Wines wasn't included in the Werewolf City. But
Left of Alagi and north of Wizard of Wines, Werewolf City.
So there you go. And then here is going to be marked Revenant ? Mage's Tower ? Here, here it's gonna be. Oh, it's actually gonna be. It's gonna say. Crying is gonna be ? And it's gonna be marked in several parts of the forest. One forest here. This forest here. This forest here. And then I am going to then give you. You guys are getting a lot of good stuff. You guys got pretty good old rolls. Pretty good rolls.
This place is fucked up, bruh.
With a net 20, I'm gonna give you a shortcut. And so you guys are gonna get a shortcut that leads from Vallaki here through the woods here to cut time. So this is a shortcut.
Even quicker to Castle Ravenloft.
Very cool. Very cool. Which, yeah, I'm gonna tell you guys that's gonna pay off in dividends.
Yep. How far is it from Vallaki to Ravenloft down like the normal trail? How long?
I actually have a little thing here I need to pull out. Let's see.
And the second question being, how much time does this save us?
Like looking at this, well, it's like half the.
Yeah.
It's definitely time. I'll tell you that my other players would be jealous that you got. Let's see. If we're going from Vallaki to Castle Ravenloft, that is 4.5 hours to the Old Boulder Grinder, and then another hour and a half to the Ravenloft Crossroads, and so that's basically 6 hours that's saved and put into and that is put into a 2-hour time save.
Fuck yeah.
Because the gates are right here, so pretty good. It's pretty good. Huge.
That means we can leave them on red for a little bit longer.
We still have to answer.
Yeah, but when we're going there, we can just chill.
It's the Dusk Elf, not the Dark Elf.
Huh?
It's Savid, the Dusk Elf.
Oh no, I racially profiled.
Okay, perfect. And so you guys take a look at that, and he'll say, and so over here is exactly where we saw the situation. And he's gonna mark it right here. Right here. says so. You would head over past the Luna River Bridge, and then from there just head north as soon as you can at the crossroads, and eventually you'll see what we saw. He said there's not a whole lot of carrion feeders here in Barovia. He says, but the situation still looks grisly. So if you head tonight, you might be able to catch them before anything happens to the bodies.
I guess I don't know if it matters. It seems like it's every night, but do we know if it's a full moon? There's just been werewolves every night, right?
I think so.
You want to ask him?
I mean, have I seen the sky?
No, the
Right
moon
there,
moves in
fucked
different
up.
forms. There's different times for the moon. But, does the thing that you got about werewolves tell you that they only change at that time?
No, it was the fucking if they do it more, they get more evil.
Mhm.
Let me find it. Is it? Oh, it's not in GIMP info. I don't think it does. Anyway, can I also, if he doesn't have it, can I show him the werewolf hunting wolf grounds we came across over by the mountains?
Sure, do you want to point that out to him? Yeah, what are you trying to say to him?
If it would be helpful, I don't know if you range over there, but on our way to Vallaki, we were chased through the woods and through an old mine, and came out in, I think, an abandoned hunting ground that was also overrun by werewolves. Just so
Yeah,
your
no.
people are aware of it.
Of course, thank you. Yeah, I'll mark that down. Can you point to where you think you saw them?
It was like over here, right?
It would have been... Yeah, no, it's fine. It is, like, somewhere over here. Somewhere fucked up. I think... I actually think you guys ran through here, you guys went up here, you guys went over here, you guys, didn't go over a bridge.
Yeah, we got turbo lost, so I don't know exactly
you guys
where
went
it
this
is.
way. You guys went this way.
We make our own
It's
path.
over here somewhere.
Yeah. Because you guys crossed the water, I remember that. I maybe did something in my head where I was like, how'd you guys go this way?
Cool.
Anyways, but yeah, he'll mark it down. He'll say thank you. He says, yeah, so if you want to, investigate that, please have at it. The werewolves have been multiplying more and more. They've been, I don't know, collecting others, I would assume. Seeing as how large this, this range has become. They've started to spread out, I guess, even more so.
And would we have time to make it to the scene and back before nightfall?
I believe so. I mean, let's see here. So right about now, you would head from here, Vallaki, just about 30 minutes to the Luna River Crossroads. And then you'd have perhaps maybe another hour until you reached where we found the bodies. So you could get there surely under 2 hours. Fair and safe travel. There will be another knock at the door, and Savid will open it to see Ismark standing outside with Zayn. And he'll say, "Are these ladies bothering you?" And Savid will say, "No, not at all, not at all. Just taking a look at a map." And they'll greet each other and talk the talk, catch up on what's been going on. But I believe, Zayn, you have the ring.
Yeah. And if there isn't any more conversation that he's interrupting, Zayn will say, yeah, in that case, oh, and sorry, above character, it occurs to me that the Dusk Elf with the letter S in his name that I'm supposed to be picking stuff up from, that's probably Savid.
That is Savid.
Then yeah, he'll time for that later. He'll pull out the ring and he will say, Savid, yes?
Yes.
I was hoping I could perhaps show this to you. What is the name of the other Dusk Elf? It was Argal that gave us the ring, right?
Argal gave you the ring.
Yep.
Argal's Vistani.
Yep. Argal wished for me to show this to you. I believe I have someone in the town that might help me read it, but he wished for you to see it first. And he'll hold out the ring for him.
Oh, surely not me. Perhaps Casimir.
Oh, right. Sorry, above table, right. And he will say, yes, of course. Do you know where he might be located at this hour?
He says, yeah, no, he's stuck in his level as always. Please let me show you. And he'll say, please follow me. And he'll walk out and lead you to another hovel.
All right, I'll follow behind. And how far is it?
Not too far. It's around the ring of the camp, though. So you're gonna just walk around.
Gotcha.
And Savid will say, it's nice that we have others outside of this camp that care for the girl. I appreciate the help.
It is nothing. It is, of course, unrequired for payment, but the people here have shown us their kindness. It is the least that we can do in return. I only wish to see her safe.
And he says, likewise, he says, as I mentioned, I would travel with you all, but, or rather, that I would have traveled with several other folks to see more, but alas, our men are worried of the night. I'm sure you can understand why. But it seems as though you guys are good company amongst yourselves. This is good. You'll need this.
Yes, I've only been with this group a few days, but those with us and those beyond have proven themselves to be quite capable. And he'll give the man a once over, and say, I imagine you to be quite capable yourself. I do not suppose I could perhaps ask your assistance to find her if the trail becomes warm.
He says, I could, because I could help. Perhaps another night. He says,
Indeed.
I currently am overlooking the camp. He says, it's not the Vistani camp, it's us, it's us, it's our people that I'm caring for now.
Of course. Do as you need to for your people. Just you being potentially available to be called upon for such a task is more than I could have ever asked for.
Alright, perfect. Above table, that's me negotiating around having more than one person with you guys, okay? Because you guys
Yep.
currently have Ismark, so if you guys want to, eventually you guys could get rid of Ismark and have Savid go with you to do this, if you want to do that now, but it's up to you.
Fuck no, personally.
Cool. Yeah, so he'll take you over to the Vistani camp. Or right, not the Vistani camp, but he's going to take you on over to Casimir's hovel. Once you guys make it to Casimir's hovel, you'll see that this, in front of this hovel, standing quietly in front of this hovel, are the warm lights of lanterns. They're 3 sullen, grey-cloaked figures. You see these are other dusk elves, and you see that they're speaking to each other. These aren't the ones that were training outside, shooting the bows and the arrows. These are additionals and others. They look at you all for a moment, but then turn face and head away. And he says, "We do have our own shy folks." He says, "Please." And he'll give a knock at the door, and he'll say, "Casimir, there's some folks to see you here." And he'll allow you in. He says,
Gotcha. And
I'll be back at the... He says, "I'll be back at my hovel if you need me."
of course, I do wish to speak to you again before the night ends. I believe we have some business to discuss. And he'll hold up his hand to show off the symbol.
And he'll say, "I understand, I'll have it ready."
Thank you very much. Later though. And he'll walk in.
Perfect. Everyone else gonna go on in?
Yep.
Perfect. You guys enter into a small, cozy vestibule. It's several degrees warmer than what's outside. And the walls of this chamber are decorated with sketches of proud and wise looking elves with dark skin. You see that there is these like spires of carved dark wood, and within them there are artistic depictions of like constellations and celestial bodies. You'll see that, Irene, and you'll recognize them being those. You see that there are 2 curtains of dark brown fabric that obscure the entrance into another chamber, where even more warmth comes from. You guys will then see beyond the curtain, or rather, before the curtain, you'll see Ismark stop and look at you all and ask if you guys, kind of like nod at you all and say, "Are you ready to go in?"
I guess Oksana will actually look at Irene, who's been very quiet, and make sure she's okay.
Yeah, Irene will nod and to Ismark, ready to follow.
And Zane's already on his way in.
Perfect. Beyond the curtain lies a larger chamber, lit and heated by a fireplace at the northern end. An old green rug sits facing the fire, and just beside an old wooden table, flanked by several chairs. You'll see the yeah, that's the rug. And on the left side of this wall is a dozen cubbyholes bearing leather-bound books and small wooden statuettes of different elven figures. And there's a lush, beautiful tapestry sitting along the stretch of the wall. This is a very comfy and cozy place. you'll see that there is a man sitting almost crisscross applesauce facing the fire on the ground and on the rug, meditating. You see that there is fire in one hand of this elf, and another hand is a blade beaming with green energy. And he'll throw the fire in to the fire. It plumes a little bit more, and he uses that dagger to stab into the ground to stand himself up. And he'll turn to you all, and he'll say, "Oh, welcome. Welcome to my hovel. My name is Casimir. Nice to meet you."
Casimir, the pleasure is all ours. My name is Zain of Prohinia.
He says, good, Zain. And he'll say, what brings you to my hovel today? And he'll walk on over to a desk, to which there are several chairs available for y'all to sit on the other side of. And can I have, let's see, can you guys give me your passive perceptions? Passive perceptions, please.
That's gonna be an 11 from Zain.
$16.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look at your guys' sheets. Who's not yapping? Tell me your passive perceptions.
I'm not included in that, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, not you. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot that there's two of you that aren't even here. One's here but not here. One's not here.
I was muted. I have a 13.
Okay, perfect. Irene, can you give me a medicine check, and can you also give me a medicine check, Oksana?
30-21.
Jesus Christ, girl.
21.
As opposed to a natural.
I got a 17.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, both of you key his hand, and you see that his right hand and forearm are pale bluish and white. And you see much of that skin is puffy and blistered. You guys would recognize this in maybe different walks of life. In your different walks of life, but the same result is symptoms of frostbite. He'll say, as he stows away the blade he has in his hand, he'll say, don't mind me, I was just meditating. And he'll say, you're here to speak about what, please? You see that he's a little bit discomforted with there being so many people around.
Maybe to make him feel a little bit better, Zain's gonna take a seat. And pull out the ring and put it on the table. And say, we come to you about this, Casimir. The Vistani wished for you to see it, if I bring it to a friend.
Oh, well, yes, let's see. And you'll see that he grabs a magnifying glass, puts it to the ring. You'll see he touches a book behind him, and he casts a light spell on it, and it shines a bit bright. And so he aims the magnifying at the ring, and he says, Well, this is obviously pre-Barovian. He says, well, what friend are you bringing this to?
Zain will wave his hand and just say, a friend of mine in the city. He is knowledgeable about such things.
He says, well, how old is he?
Zane's gonna look towards the others for a second, or if anyone wants to like give him a little sign. Yes, no, answer the question, don't answer the question. But if nothing, he's just gonna say, well, it is not so easy to say.
Well,
They
I'm
have
sure
been
not. I mean, he must be hundreds of years old to understand this.
not quite hundreds, but enough about my friend. I am more interested in at the moment for what you know, Casimir.
Well, like I mentioned, it's pre-Barovian. He says, so if your friend who knows about it, if I could meet them, perhaps if I could, study their writings, their books, perhaps I could understand what this ring is. He says, beyond that, this only reminds me of that tower further north. But I'd have to have the book to understand it. Or perhaps have to be brave enough to take the ring there and see if it can, see if it has anything to do with it. But unfortunately for you, I am not. And he'll put the ring down. He says, we've lost enough already, and I must remain here.
Zayn will take the ring back, just stow it away, and he didn't get a look at the map, right? So he doesn't know what tower you could be talking about.
Correct.
Gotcha. So he'll look towards the girls and say, forgive me, I do not know perhaps what tower he could be speaking of. Do you two happen to know anything about the tower?
There's one to the north of ways, but we should be able to make it by nightfall. But maybe it would be beneficial to bring our friend here to speak first.
Oh, me?
No. I believe she means our friend from the city to speak to you.
Yes, it might be beneficial for the two of you to meet,
Well, yes, no, of course, if someone so involved with this magic would, or rather with whatever this is, he says, well, I'll tell you what I imagine. He says, if I tell you now, he says, this rune here to the left, this is evocation, certainly. And this one to the right is necromancy. These schools of magic, correct. Now, there is no other symbol here that I can make out, he says, but if I could speak with this elder of yours, perhaps they could tell me what they know about this ring.
Zayn will look towards the girls again and say, do you think Elder would be willing to travel outside the city and speak here?
Over the table, wasn't he planning on coming with us? Or was he not? We were supposed to go get stuff and then bring it
back. From what I remember from the conversation, it was us getting as much info as we can and bringing it to him. I don't remember saying anything about going anywhere.
Yeah, it was about you getting the information from the refugee camp and then going straight to him.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I think if he knew there might be someone else he could talk about these things with, he might be willing. It's not very far out of the city.
Well then, if you fetch him, then that'd be great.
I think it'd be best to have the most information we could before we head for this tower, especially we all had a very eventful night, and I don't think it would be wise to be caught out with werewolves if we were not prepared.
Ismark
Werewolves?
is Ismark is going to say, "There's a girl missing. I mean, the time we're spending now. I mean, we need to make action quickly."
Yes, I don't imagine this is a task. Going to fetch a friend is not a task that should be taking all our time. Perhaps you two, or perhaps the forest speaker might go and collect him. And he'll turn to Ismark and he'll say, I agree. Before anything else, I would like to make some traction on finding Arabelle.
Well, that's what I seek to do. And he'll stand up and he'll say, I would imagine that the smartest thing to do is to grab our friend here, to learn what we can, and then to head out. But to me, that's bureaucratic. That's stuff that, that's stuff that baronets have to think of, and or that barons have to think of, and I'm not that man. He says we can go out there now, and we can save this girl. I know we can. All of us. And that's your choice. You guys choose what you want to. I'm just playing the NPCs as they are.
What's everyone thinking above table? What are you thinking? One of your characters thinking?
Above table, yeah, we should probably go, but we all need to go. Like, Victor
Yeah.
can wait.
Yeah, I don't think splitting up is out of the question. I'm good on spell slots, but I know Tigran and Oksana are hurting. I don't know if that plays into anything.
You got cantrips.
Yeah. True.
That's like a 2d8 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we over the table, we would want to bring Calm with us too. So I don't know. We don't really have a way to tell Calm to like bring Victor and drop him off here or something. So we don't have to sit and watch them talk.
Ooh, Calm and Victor solo
Yippee.
mission. Yippee.
Oh, that's fire.
We already used our one cell phone of the day, right? We can't tell Ern to go get them.
Well, you can't
Nope.
tell Ern shit. You're on a
'Cause-
listen to Ern situation.
He took the cell. He took the outgoing
Uh-huh.
cell.
She has a pager.
If we... That's funny. Who's freshest? Who's, like, fine?
Ismark.
Me.
Zion's pretty good too.
Okay. Because I was thinking... I don't get anything back. I think Druids get stuff back on a short rest. Whoever doesn't need a short rest can go get Calm and Victor, and the rest of us can wait here.
Would it be best for
Then we're only losing
Oksana to go
an
then?
hour.
If
We
Oksana
can, yeah.
if Oksana doesn't get anything back till a long rest, you said, then she might be the best one playing messenger here.
Yeah, I can. That
So
way people can rest. And is it an hour, a half hour to get each direction?
I thought it was an hour.
An hour to go one
Okay.
direction.
Oh, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Judo, but Ismark is like no matter what, like Ismark is going at the conclusion of this conversation. Ismark is going to search for that girl. Full stop.
congratulations, you guys found Ismark's folly. Is he's too
Yeah.
heroic to help himself.
So, if Oksana is going back to get calm and like tell her what's going on and get fuck, I've already forgotten the boy's name. Victor.
Victor.
Yep. And bring them back here. I guess in that case it would be Ismark, Zayn, Irene, and Tigran. And hoping to find some of the girl.
Well,
Is that what we're...
that doesn't solve our problem of all going together.
There's not a world where we go together.
The world is Ismark walks back with me because if I go through the woods alone, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, but Ismark's going to save this girl.
No, good world.
Okay, well,
Good world.
he gonna
If you're
gonna
gonna say
save us,
that you're
or is
gonna
he
do
gonna
that,
let me die in
he'll
the
do that.
woods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, so
He needs to be heroic. He can't just wait.
Oksana's basically gonna say, "I'm gonna go kill myself in the woods to like cool you down a little bit."
Yeah, like, okay, everyone,
Oksana and
I'm gonna
Ismark,
go back to town on
if
my
we're gonna
own
get
to
someone to do
Mom.
it, and then
Yeah.
that's perfect. I think that would work with Ismark's personality. That would
Yeah.
then have them get calm, and then that means that they're gonna go do shit.
Yeah, we just need to get.
Okay, so Ismark just needs to be like steered a little bit.
I think he needs to be actively doing something.
I
Yeah.
see.
So
Yep.
if he's doing this, he is still helping. He's not just sitting there.
All right, I see. I thought his thing was gonna be like, girl now, not like help now. I get it. In that case, the rest of us perhaps want to gather the rest of the information we can from the camp while the two of you go back.
Yeah.
I mean, you.
I don't
pretty
need-
much got the
I don't-
information.
The only thing I'm thinking about here is I don't know I don't know if it's a good use of our time for all of us to travel back, get these two people, and all of us to
No,
then
that's
come
true.
back.
That's true. I'm just saying you're saying there's not really.
Yeah.
anything you're getting. You're just short resting.
Yeah. So I'm wondering what else we could be doing here. Is
On
I
a
guess
short
the
rest,
people
you
that
need to
need a
do
short
nothing.
rest.
On a short
Yeah,
rest,
yeah.
you need to do nothing.
Who gains stuff back on a short rest? Zayn does. Do druids?
Yeah,
Wild
he would
shape.
get his wild shape back.
Gotcha. Sorcerers,
I don't get anything.
It depends.
clerics.
I don't know, player.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know, playa. Alright.
I mean, I'm down 1 HP. I probably get that back.
Yep,
Yeah, you
that's-
could get
that's
that
true.
back, yeah.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
I'm pulling up.
You get your channel divinity back on a short rest.
That's big.
I
That's
didn't,
big.
I didn't use it, but I read.
Alright.
Well, if you had, you would get back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm good.
If you don't get
Oh.
anything back, I mean, you can just hang out.
Alright.
So maybe
Hello.
do we want to do?
Yeah, you can sober up for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do we
Yeah,
want her to like
sounds
walk
like
it off by going with Oksana and Ismark, and then
don't
have?
want to.
Matters. I
We
don't
don't
know
Uh,
what
want
matters.
more.
All right. Here's what I'm really asking. While people are going back to get the others, what are the people not going back doing?
2 of you are taking a short rest,
Yeah. So that's 1 hour.
and there's not really anything else to do. It doesn't really matter. You get an hour break. I guess you could ask them about the windmill, but I think we can see the windmill, so.
Oh, you know what? Fuck. No, that would fuck up my short rest. Never mind.
Yeah, I think you guys just short rest and we'll go get Calm and Victor.
Would I be able to ask one of you to take the supplies and give it to?
It's not gonna be done.
Not fast
It
enough.
would take a whole day.
Yeah, I just mean getting the supplies there, so that we don't have to then come back again.
We gotta come home eventually.
Yeah, but so that we're not carrying around this shit with us.
No, I mean leave it here. We'll go to the tower and then get it on the way back.
Oh, I see. Okay. No further questions.
Cool. All right, so Oksana and Ismark are walking to Balak.
Yep.
Yeah. Zayn is short resting.
I guess in your extra hour, you can tell Tigran what's happening.
Yeah.
Visit him in his bush.
My short rest would be like, you're not gonna believe this shit. Oh, and one other thing. Zayn will give the ring to Oksana.
All right, that'll encourage him to get out of the house.
Yup.
Perfect. All right, give me 5 minutes. I have something really cool I'm gonna do.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
I don't know if I like the sound of that low key.
Oh, short rest for everybody else except
100 werewolves descend. Fuck.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
That's a short rest for everyone staying behind. Yeah.
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 Looks like 5 hit points back. Let's go. Judah, are you allowed to roll your short rest hit dice one at a time, or do you have to do it? Do you have to choose how many you're going for?
One at a time.
Oh, nice. Short rest taken. Damn, my healing light comes back on a long rest. Motherfuck. Tigran has.
Talk about how Savid can get it.
I know. Holy shit. Like, the problem is though, we have our fucking mechanical guy here.
He's mid, kinda. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
That's just
Damn.
right.
All loyalty.
I feel like he would be good if we go to do like a werewolf or a wilderness quest.
Yeah.
Because in game terms, Ismark barely knew where the freeway was.
Tigran and Sandon, right here.
You're not from here. You don't know either.
Yeah, do you have like a naturey, like scout the area
Damn,
type
that's
thing?
a tree.
Excuse me, that
That
is
tree's
a
probably
redwood
evil.
tree.
Can you talk to trees? Or is it just
Yeah, there's a speak to plants.
Unfortunately not.
Oh, what
And you just have to change your spells.
I love how excited Tigran was about talking to a bird. And he's like, oh, you're not gonna believe the day I had. Who I met. Ooh.
Yeah, his two longest conversations have been with a bird and about a bird.
That's fire.
That was so funny. Of like, so how do you make friends with him? It's like, I don't know, I'm a good person. He's like, no, I don't think that's true. What else do you have to do? I really am so curious why there's only bros in the village. Where are the girls at?
I know. Did you ask him? I forget.
No, that seems so rude.
Hey, where the
Y'all
ladies
don't get no
at?
bitches out here? The
Where?
fuck?
I bet all of their wives were slaughtered.
Damn.
I don't know. It just seems like
Rahadin was
would
like,
happen
if I
here.
don't get any, nobody's anyone else.
If I don't get no hoes, if I don't get no hoes.
Has a thing with dusk elf women. I don't know. He's
Yeah.
like, I can't look at him.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got like some self-hatred. He needs to work out in therapy or some shit.
If I'm a lonely male, so are y'all.
He said,
That's
if
a
I don't
crazy
get,
thing I just said. Where the fuck did I pull that out of? I gotta go to bed.
he said, if I don't get none, it shall cease to fucking exist.
Rahadin's like, I hated my mom and she was a dusk elf.
That's such a Rahadin thing.
Yeah.
To do.
He's,
It fucking is.
such like teenage boy energy. It's like, my mom's such a bitch.
Oh my god.
Rahadin
So all
confirmed for
women are
Mommy's
bitch.
boy.
Yeah.
Damn.
That is really funny to think about. Rahadin Jeeves, you're just like a bitch ass teenager.
200-year-old bitch teenager.
Yeah, how's Irene's been so quiet? I assume because you're EP, but how's she feeling about finding elves?
Oh,
Yeah, these are the
I
first
don't
elves she's
know.
run into.
I think she's kind of indifferent. It's not like, I don't know. They're not like her elves, so she's like, oh, alright. You're chill. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're chill. As long as they're not from Aaronvale, she's good. She's chilling.
She don't
She's
give a
traveled
fuck.
a lot, so she's met all different types of elves around. It's just another day.
Mm,
It's another day.
just another day. Hey, looks like the government shutdown's about to end, or at least soon.
Cool.
It's been fucking with air travel, amongst infinite other things.
Man, who the hell want to come flying over here anyway? All our planes flying out the sky.
Yeah, the UPS truck. Good fucking lord. Or
It's
the
funny
UPS
that
plane.
it affected air travel because it certainly didn't impact chemtrails. They're all over the place.
I just heard that come from
Fucking out,
ENA.
fucking
Low key.
out in Thompson, and there's hatch marks all across the sky. I'm like, are you fucking for real right now?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? It was so clear blue out, and I'm like, wow, they're really just rubbing it in my face.
I just choose to believe that this is Irenaeus' thought process.
I don't assume to know what it is. I don't assume to know what it is. I just think it's crazy.
Irene
I-
saw a cloud and was like, the chemicals that
They're
make
not
frost
playing up
rain?"
there. They're not. It's not an air show up there. So what the fuck is that? You know? What?
Nah.
They're not doing tricks.
Irene's like, the humans are putting chemicals in the clouds.
To turn the freaking elves gay.
I don't know. I don't know. Irene's just out here. She's like, look at the sky. Look at the sky.
Do you think Irenaeus a flat sword coaster?
No, no way. No way. She worships the
The sword coaster is
Worships
actually
the
a straight
moon, 'cause
line
The moon is round and it's special.
and flat.
No, everyone else is flat. The round is what makes the moon special.
Is the moon I forget. Isn't the moon tidally locked?
Did you guys see that Flat Earth
Does cause the
documentary where they
tide
proved
flats.
themselves
No.
wrong?
Tidally locked.
They were so sad. Oh my god.
They spent so much money.
Oh.
What was it?
There was a Flat Earth documentary on Netflix.
Oh, I'm
and
proving
they
it.
did like they did like this
Yeah,
laser
yeah,
thing,
yeah.
like, oh, theoretically this laser should show up if the Earth is flat. You know, if there was a curvature, it would disappear. And
Yep.
like on camera, it like disappeared, and they're like, yeah, no, I don't see it. And they're like, damn.
Didn't they say
Wow.
like at the end of it they were like, oh, it's just like it's a different kind of flat Earth than we thought it was. Like something like that. Like they did not give it up.
Yeah, that was so sad for them. Though. They were
Fucking
really
insane.
disappointed. Yeah, I felt bad a little
Yeah,
bit.
poor flat earthers. Will someone think of the
My
flat
favorite is
earthers?
the ice wall flat earthers, because I'm like, how do you think you go the other way? How do you think they got here?
Nah, another ice
Oh,
wall.
You have to think
what
Simply
is
so
another
many
ice wall.
things are fake to believe in ice wall.
Is Ice Wall like basically like Game of Thrones, like where there's like a forbidden land beyond the ice
Yeah,
wall
yeah.
and shit?
Ice wall. Okay, so picture the way our maps are like in the U.S.
Yeah.
It's that like it's centered on
Game time.
the Atlantic Ocean. They think an ice wall cuts through the Pacific Ocean.
That's fucking insane.
Nah, man, like Snowpiercer, we took a drill to that shit. That's how we found the Americas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture for you. You just
Sana
looking
and
off topic.
Ismark are on the way to Vallaki. You guys find your way back throughout the woods. Ismark, with a great sense of direction, will at times grab your arm and pull you one way versus the other if you were to go around another tree, because he knows the places that he's walked and that you all walked. And he'll apologize each time he does this, and he'll say sorry. Just used to walking with Irina all the time, and well, you know, she's more clumsy than she gives off.
Oh, it's fine. Thank you for your help.
Of course. He says, I'm just glad that we're off to get calm. We definitely need all the help we can get if there's what werewolves about in whatever place we're gonna go save that girl. So,
Go ahead.
no, please, you.
I'm concerned. The fact that she would be alone and the bodies they mentioned, but they didn't really tell us what happened.
True. No, I spoke with him a little bit after, just leaving to ask what we should expect. He says there lays a man without a head, surely. But beyond that, there's other bodies that aren't to be found, but there is blood. So either something is picking them away in the interim, which means we need to hustle out of here, or that the bodies were hidden, and soon maybe the third headless one may be hidden as well, to which I hope we can find some sort of trail. At least that's what I've been working throughout my mind. But here we are, headed into places of the land I've never been, and at least I'm glad I'm with you all. You guys make it onto the road finally, but go ahead.
If we think the bodies were hidden, would it be useful to bring Beryl? I don't know if he's done any tracking, but
No. Beryl has. He's an old dog, but he was fiery, that one. And I could bring him with us to track. That makes wonderful sense. He has been with the children at the refugee camp, keeping them company. The ones who are not better than the others. And he's been keeping them company for the time. But perhaps we can borrow him for just a night. It's a great idea. He says these kids are worried about the monsters, you know, outside, picking off all of those people and other children that were on the sides of the walls. It's heartbreaking to hear. It's upsetting. I can't really describe the word. It's more than upsetting. It's wrong. And so when I hear that there's a girl missing now, I can't help but want to get to it, you know?
no, I do understand. At least now that the children should be safe inside the walls, or at least safer.
Correct, yeah. Behind the walls is a good place to be. It seems like on the other side there's always a monster to look for, or that you'll run into at a moment's notice. Give me a perception check. Beautiful. You're going to hear a whistle behind you.
How far away?
Far enough away that you wouldn't have heard the horse clops. As on this stone road, from the other side of the Luna Bridge, is several dozen mounted horsemen. It's getting dark, and so it's hard to see them, but in the moonlight, you can at least make out their armor. And you see the one from which the whistle hails from. And you can see the moon bounce right off of his hair. Brilliant white. On top, cerulean armor. As it gets closer to you, as they get closer to you, Ismark says, "Ah, horseman." And he'll stand there waiting, and he'll say, "Oh, probably new additions to Vallaki." And they'll get closer and closer. And you'll see a man standing as though he was carved for the moonlight. This long white hair flawlessly stranding down his back. You see it glints faintly as he makes his way towards you all. You see his ears are adorned with rings, a single hanging earring. You see he stares at you all, but it's sharp and deliberate. You've seen eyes like this before, but you've seen them from the man that sits in the castle. Not the man that stands in front of a cavalry. He's striking you with regal presence, Oksana. And he's silent as he gets to you, but Ismark says, "Good evening. How can I help you all? Visitors to Vallaki." And he'll give a smile and he says, "You boy, is this your land? Is this your home?" "No, this is not my home. No, this is currently where I reside." And he says, "My name is Ismark. Can I have your name?" And oh, what the hell? And he will step off of his horse, and he'll say, "Names are for equals. I didn't ask for yours." And he'll walk closer to Ismark. Ismark's gonna put himself in front of you, Oksana, and he'll say, "Don't worry, she is not who I am looking for. Perhaps you can help me, and I'll be on my way. All of us. Isn't that right?" And you'll see as the others give a smile and nod their heads to him. "I'm looking for a woman. Hard to miss. White hair. Eyes that shine constellations. Very hard to miss." And he is looking at you, Oksana, ever so often if you're looking right at him, and it's oppressive, his sight as it lays on you. And he'll go back to Ismark, and Ismark will say, "I think I know where she is. But before I tell you, what does she owe you?" "What does she owe me?" he says. well, she doesn't owe me anything more than her life. And before you gasp there behind him, let me tell you that it's not a life I'll take, it's a life I have earned. It's a life that is mine. And I'm not asking her to share it with me. I'm seeking to take what has slipped my grasp. Ismark will, you'll see Ismark tighten the grip on his sword. And then you're going to see Laris tighten the grip on his sword. He says, I've met her. There's a town not terribly far from here. It's the village of Barovia, there underneath the castle. And he's gonna look at Ismark, and he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna look at you, and he's gonna say, is that true, lady?
Can I make a sanity save to tell a lie?
You're gonna take a, what do you mean, like, you know
Like,
your deception?
can I-
Oh,
you're gonna
that's
No, my deception is fine. I just want to see if she can lie to him.
that's true. She usually tells the truth to like
Yeah.
beings in this position. Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. You absolutely
Can I get
You absolutely
Yeah, can we give her guidance?
I have inspiration.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
can I
fuck.
use
Thank fuck.
inspiration
That's
for
fine.
sanity roll?
You just need to be a 17.
Oh, that's
I'm
easy.
gonna use my inspiration. Different dice. Okay. Do I add anything, or I'm just fucked? Is it just straight?
No, it's just a sanity check. It's
Just straight up, plain up.
It's just straight up. What'd you get?
Just one moment, please. Please, one moment. Okay, there's stuff to that. Where's my D4s? Where's my D4s? Can I cheese it?
D4s.
I have an ability.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm fine. So I rolled a 12 plus 6 is 18.
Hey!
Let's go.
And you're looking at this man staring right back at you. What do you say?
That is the truth, my lord. That woman is a beloved of the lord of this land.
He'll smile and he says, so that's it then. She's in the village of Barovia. Last you've seen her. And Ismark's gonna say, you don't know my name, and now you question if I'm a liar. Surely you're not foolish enough to think that I'll take that as I'll take that disrespect.
Wait, Ismark said that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm behind him. Can I just grab his sword hand?
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you can. And Laris is gonna look at him and look at you, and maybe for a moment he unsheaths his blade, or maybe for a moment he's about to unsheath his blade, and then he says, you and your lady have a good night tonight. And he says, and let me find out that you are a truth teller. And then he'll sheath his sword back together. Rather just the little bit that you saw. And he'll say, and I really hoped we don't find out that you would tell a lie. And he'll get on top of his horse and then start to ride on by. Courage, as he's going by. It's a fine thing for dying men to have. And he'll then just hit his horse for a moment while looking at you, Oksana, and they'll continue moving forward, clopping away at a steadier pace, headed towards the village of Barovia. And Ismark will look back at you and he'll say, "We need to move quickly now." And we're going to end our session there.
Holy shit.
Fucking told y'all some shit was
Good
gonna go down.
lord.
You got so lucky, dude. First I rolled a 5.
How many inspirations can we throw at one roll? Can we just keep re-rolling it?
No, because I think that's dumb.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take it. I just used my ability because I failed a thing.
Who's this grimy ass 99-cent store Sephiroth ass boy in front of me?
Those Gili.
Oh, he's so fucking cool though.
He's so fucking cool. He's such a fucking dick. I'm so sorry. He's so cool.
I'm really hoping he's gonna kill us next time he sees us, but I'm hoping he tries
Oh
to
my
step
God.
Strahd first, and Strahd will kill him.
He's probably here on Strahd's
That's
fucking
crazy
grace.
work that you said Irene was the beloved of this land
Yeah.
to Laris. That's insane to say that to Laris. That's insane. That's not
We
good.
maybe picked
That's
the
not good.
we maybe
That's
picked
not
the
good.
worst, the single
That's not
worst
good.
person to travel back
That
and
is
be
not
in this
good.
confrontation.
That is not good.
This might have been.
What did I miss in 2 hours? What could I
Hey,
have possibly missed?
wait till you listen to this fucking recording.
You better be recording, Jito.
You know what's funny? At the beginning, what were you saying about it, Jito, with the recording?
I said she wouldn't let me live. She wouldn't let me live if I didn't record.
Wait. Did you guys leave?
No, we left Valaki.
Okay, you
We left
left
Valaki.
Valaki.
Yeah, like all of us, like literally all of us.
Okay. No. Okay, yeah, Understood. You guys just left.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
You said you didn't want to be disturbed. You said you didn't want to be disturbed.
That you know that part where she said don't do anything stupid? You know that part where she said don't do anything stupid?
Yeah.
Leaving the town was one of them. Leaving the town was
No, it's fine. It's like bright out. We're good.
It's bright. It's bright.